Hello. Welcome to episode 10 of Ryuutama, aka
Hey.
Travel. Yeah, we've been going for a nice clean 10 episodes now. And absolutely nothing has gone wrong along the way. Uh, so, that's a dirty lie, but whatever. We're here. We did it. I managed to figure out how to start a stream today, which honestly is pretty surprising. And let's see if I remember how to do the intro bit to a show. Jess, how have you been? How's your week been?
Oh, hi. Me first, huh? Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Last time we talked on stream, I killed you. So how's that been?
Yes, that was neat.
Okay, you work together.
Corey, you served us well. My dumb disaster son. Gosh, yeah. So from Dust, I have vacated that show, and Vori went out in a blaze of glory, which was delightful. Have fun, everybody. In the aftermath of that, I'll be watching. What else? I think I have to look at my calendar anymore to actually remember what happened literally 1 week ago. So that's where I am. Oh, we did a play test last Sunday of this weird game system I apparently am writing.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's like a PBTA thing. It's magical transformation teams of people that turn into cool knights from space, and it's neat and high key anime drama and action, and people sort of love it. So I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Awesome.
Playtest went well, ended on a cliffhanger. So there will probably be a part 2.
Yes.
By necessity for closure.
Yep.
Played For the Queen with Summer and
Yeah, fuck yeah, you did.
and Julie and Lauren, and wow.
How'd that go?
We did it.
You played the game.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
Good job.
No, it was really good.
I was definitely in love with Summer for about 5 minutes, and then whatever, she protected the queen, and I said, fuck that shit. And
I was married to her. What do you
I know.
want?
I know.
Wow, that
I made bad choices. That's what I do.
is
Yeah.
Summer, don't you do that every time you play for the Queen?
Listen, it's not my fault that I went first and that it was like, why does the queen trust you? I was like, oh, because we're married. That's why.
Mm-hmm. Not your
So-
fault, sure. Uh-huh.
Percy is here as well. His week was great. He took
Welcome,
a lot
Percy.
of naps.
Good. Naps are good for you.
Yeah.
Awesome.
He naps for me.
Oh. All right, show's canceled. I'm sending Jess to bed.
Anyway.
Well, awesome. I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad we have a different trash son for you. So we'll see if he's.
That's all
he'll be
that's
fine.
all I have
That's
for
all
anyone. Our
you
trash
just have.
sons.
You just have a library, like shelves and shelves of trash sons.
I do though.
Yeah, that tracks.
Oh, God.
Summer, similarly, I have not seen you on the internet in a week. How have you been?
This week kind of kicked my ass.
Oh,
Work was
no.
like brutal, but it was also really good week. Monday we were back with Tales from Thersha, which is my D&D 5e campaign that's been going for a little over a year. So that was really cool to be back doing that. I missed those goofs. What else? Did anything happen this week, really? Not really. We recorded more of our Tabled Hearts podcast with Monster Hearts 2, which was really good because we could only record for an hour because Dingo had to go back to work, and she left us on this cliffhanger. And I was like, we like cut the recording, and I was like, so you're gonna tell us what it was? And she was like, no. So we have to wait like 3 weeks. And I'm like, what? It's so. I was
What a
like,
jerk.
I thought that she would just tell us, right? Because we have to wait so long, but no. But today announced cast for Urban Shadows officially, which Jolie is going to be on starting
Yay.
Tuesday. So exciting. And then later tonight, we're going to be announcing the Last for the Awful Seas. So I'm just going to go ahead and fucking say Dylan's going to be on that trash
Cool.
sinking ship. So that's going to be really, really fun.
Nice.
Yeah, but really excited to start up some of these new games. We had yesterday we did our season 2 premiere of Adventures in the Wild Blue, which is our Lady Blackbird campaign. I had a bridal shower and it went really well. Nobody tried to poison me. Just kidding. Two separate groups of people tried to poison me. And all my friends. I know.
Oh my God.
I know. One of them was going to make me sleep for 3 days, which like the information that was coming from that person is like unreliable.
Mhm.
The other one was going to give literally everyone magical food poisoning for like a week.
I mean, that's not too bad. They weren't trying to kill you then, right?
But why though?
They're trying to stop my wedding.
Ah.
Nobody wants me to get married. Everybody's like, this wedding's a bad idea. I feel so bad for her, but nobody's asked me how I feel about my own wedding.
Why does that keep happening in your ships, Summer?
You know, I don't know.
You know,
I've never done anything wrong.
when you build a brand that is that vulnerable to tampering, everybody wants to do it.
I think she just chooses bad OTPs.
That's also possible. Yeah.
Don't say that, because she chose one of my OTPs, and I wanted to win. There's only 2 episodes left, damn it.
Hashtag
Listen,
one smooch
I
for
choose
summer
them
2019.
real
Just
good
one.
for other people, not so good for myself. Okay? It'll be fine.
Let's hope.
I'm not worried. The wedding will go through, I'm sure. But that'll be next episode. I'm very excited.
Awesome.
It's gonna be great. But yeah, good week. Starting all my games back, starting up new games. Hype as hell. Just to be doing things full time again.
I'm super excited to try out Alas for the Awful Sea, and also to try playing a character who's not a monster, because my last character that I played was, I mean, he wasn't a monster, but he was not friendly. And so I'm looking forward to just playing a nice, friendly character.
I'm sure
For
that
the
will
first time in a
last
while.
the whole time.
We'll see.
I don't think I've ever seen you play not like a cinnamon roll or a shining beacon of light. What the fuck is this you're talking about?
You missed me playing Apocalypse World on Pro Restarter's channel, where I killed a lot of people. I
Sounds fake.
I killed everyone in the party except for Pearl, but I made up for it by killing Key twice. So
I don't believe you.
he was
Just as like
interesting.
seems suspicious.
He was. I mean,
I don't
he's
trust this information.
he still was very much about tearing down oppressive systems and freeing people from that sort of stuff. So like he wasn't.
Murdering everyone along the way.
Yes, he wasn't a villain, but he was a gray hero at best.
Ends justify the means, eh?
Yeah, but yeah. So I'm
Listen,
excited
sometimes
to.
you just gotta shoot.
Yeah. And
Really?
shooting's a lot of fun of Apocalypse World. Anyway, speaking of new shows on Off the Table, Jolie, what's the scoop?
Hi.
Are you excited?
I'm very excited. Yeah, that starts on Tuesday, and I'm so pumped. And we've been chatting a little bit, trying to figure out our playbooks. Yeah, I'm really, really excited for that. And yeah, we played up for the Queen last Sunday. I got to play as well last week, and it was really fucking fun. And I got to be the Queen's sister, which was like super cool.
Ooh.
Yeah. And I was having an affair with the king in the foreign kingdom, and it was wonderful.
Oh my.
Yeah.
And so was the sister.
Yeah, and so was my sister.
Oh my god.
Yeah, those two games were totally different. Jolie's game and Jess's game were very, very, very different experiences.
That was such a good twist that, like, I forget who said it. It was towards the end.
It
when
was
they were
me.
doing... Was it you?
Yes.
You're like, yeah, the Queen's having an affair too. And I was like, what?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so good.
It was amazing. Yeah, that's what I've been up to. And generally just relaxing otherwise. And I designed a 2-page role-playing game to play with my little cousin who's 6 years old. And it's a superhero game, and he keeps asking me about it. And I can't wait.
Oh.
So cute.
He's like,
It's
when
like-
are we going to play? I'm like, soon. We'll play soon. We just never have enough people around to play. So
Awesome. Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
you tweet about that. Please share when you do it.
Yeah,
how it
sure.
goes. And
it's really simple. Literally 1 page is a list of superpowers, and then the rules are on the 2nd page. And that's about it.
awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I look forward to hearing about that and how that
Yeah.
goes.
I'll let you
That
know how it
sounds-
goes. Yeah.
That sounds super dope.
We have a crazy blizzard out here, so I think we're just gonna go visit them. We've all been snowed in, so maybe we'll go visit them tomorrow.
Oh yeah,
And-
snow happens to people. I forget that
Yeah.
sometimes.
I know it's been such a long because I've lived on the West Coast for the last 4 years, and so now being back over in the East is horrible. My skin is so dry all the time.
Oh
and,
no.
yeah, I hate it.
What is snow?
Yeah,
I've never
actually
heard of
cool.
her. She sounds nice.
I've got one for you, Jess.
You know what? Like a little bit of snow is nice, but this is like a blizzard, and there's like 10 inches
Oh, no.
already.
Give me like a foot of snow. A foot of snow or nothing.
Yeah.
I need to be able
Yeah.
to trust fall
Opposite ends of the
backwards
spectrum.
into the
Yeah.
snow and
Yeah,
be like, catch me! And then I just fall into the ground and the snow catches me and it's magical.
Nice.
Huh?
We had the rain take out my power the other night.
Oh,
Do you
I
know
know
what-
what that's like.
Oh, you know what rain is? Okay.
I do. We get like 5 minutes of it coming down very hard and fast in the summer, like a couple nights.
Gotcha.
Called a monsoon.
Oh,
Fair.
fun. Fun times for you.
Desert
Lindy.
life, though.
Mm-hmm.
Lindy, how you been? You fallen into any snow? Or
No! That's part of my problem, actually,
Oh, no.
is that literally everyone in the surrounding areas has gotten snow for the past 2 weeks except for me, and I'm real bitter. I'm not I'm not real bitter about it. But aside from that, I've been really good. I've been super busy, like behind busy, and now I'm finally mostly caught up, and it feels good. I've been learning a lot of tech stuff. I've been DMing a lot of games. I get to DM Jess now in Call of Cthulhu every Tuesday. It's really
Good.
fun.
I don't know why I forgot to mention that. It's so good.
It's going to only get better, and by better I mean more horrific and wonderful.
Yay!
Yeah, I mean, only minor things have happened, and they're already freaked out. I'm real excited. This is the smallest of minor things. It's beautiful. It's great. Most of them are pretty new to Cthulhu, so I'm real excited about that. Yeah, just lots of games and game stuff, and maybe potentially writing some game stuff, and also scheduling a lot of game stuff. Like a lot. Like I'll probably be reaching out to a couple of y'all here for super secret awesome project stuff coming up in the next few months. But yeah, just a lot of game stuff. Oh, and I'm car shopping, so that sucks too. But
Oh, fun
Bleh.
times.
I have a Lita one, so if it's still there at the lot on Friday, I might have a car by Friday. We'll see.
Oh,
I just
awesome.
don't have a car to get to the lot till then. So
Fun.
yeah.
Yeah, I honestly don't know why I haven't run Call of Cthulhu by now.
I love it.
Because
It's my favorite tabletop RPG system.
Eldritch
like it
horror.
now.
Eldritch horror is really kind of my thing a lot of the time. Like, just takes one long look at From Dust. Yeah, so like,
Dylan, this is the weirdest show you could have possibly made that admission on. You realize that, right?
that's true. That's true. It's okay. We'll wrap back around to it. We'll turn into Full Metal Alchemist. It'll be fine.
I'm here
I
for
mean,
that. But...
Like, even if you don't want Eldritch Horror, you can literally run anything with the Call of Cthulhu just system. I love the percentile system. I love luck. Sanity is fun but unnecessary. I love it.
Yeah, I
so
like
much.
it. You've converted me. I'm going to use it for my weird Disney Victorian bullshit later.
Ooh,
Nice.
awesome. Yeah, speaking of, however, the anime that we are, instead of the anime we may someday become, are we ready to hop into some Ryuutama?
Yes.
All
Do it.
Mhm.
So, just a quick recap for those of you that missed the last episode. Our sweet children left Kulongan, heading off toward the desert, hoping to avoid danger. But in avoiding that danger, they had to face each other. Specifically, Mule had to face Danjin and Danjin's friendly attitude. And so when they stopped for lunch, Mule froze Danjin into a block of ice.
I forgot about
I
that.
did science.
Yeah, for the whole day.
Yep.
Yeah, we did really good science.
Yeah, they were Lam
I
and
missed a
Kiro.
full battle trapped inside that ice.
Yeah. Lam and
You didn't
Kiro.
miss it. I used you in the battle.
As a weapon, yeah.
As a
I was
weapon.
used as a projectile.
Yeah. So
Worked decently well.
Lam was disconcerted, confused, unsure about the amulet, since the amulet has been not as responsive. this go around than it was the first time she took it, when she took it to the City of Blossoms. And so she was talking to Kiro about that. They had some ideas that may or may not have actually been useful to try and figure stuff out that involved Danjin before he got frozen into a block of ice.
Magic maybe makes you heavier.
Or maybe doesn't. It may have had something to do with the food that was being fed to him while he did magic. No one knows. And then, yes, they were attacked by a bear. It was very startling. But Danjin, despite being frozen in a block of ice, managed to be useful by being used as an object when Yule cast Attack of the Killer Object and flung him across the battlefield.
Yep.
It didn't hurt him. It's fine.
No, I was fine.
Yeah.
We were fine. We were all fine.
Yeah. So that was good fun. And shortly after, they found their way to Outpost West, this tiny, rickety outpost on the western edge of the desert that is commanded by Lieutenant Corporal Dusty Sanders, who's just a fucking weird old guy.
Love him.
They discovered that there weren't any more caravans heading out across the desert since summer was supposed to be coming in a few days. The unfortunate truth being that summer can't show up in a few days if they can't get their way to the City of Sun. But they helped out a bit when the racing lizards got out of their pen. There was a flash of lightning randomly during the day that scared them out of their pen, and so the party pulled together, maybe not pulled together, through each of their individual efforts, managed to corral the rampaging riding lizards, and get them back in. The well being mysteriously repaired during that time. And Dusty, being the kind but strange man that he was, gifted them 2 of his riding lizards, along with some barrels of water for their trip. And where we last saw them, they were setting out in the morning off into the desert. So, as we come in today, the sun barely crests the edge of the moon as you head out from Outpost West, bright-eyed and ready for adventure. Riding into the desert, you can't help but feel like you're setting out to sea, a vast coastline where the plains meet the desert falling away behind you, and the faint susurrus of shifting sand all around. Could each of you roll me a condition check?
What is our terrain?
The difficulty today is 13.
12.
And what kind of terrain is it? Do we get our terrain modifiers?
It's desert. So this is a condition check, so no. It doesn't use the topography for a condition check because there's no target number. It's just deciding how good you're feeling. And yes, chat, the horse, Scotty did get sent back, but the geep were shorn and are now pulling a cart. I think
looking fresh.
They may have like a little awning off the front of the cart over them to keep them cool.
To keep them cool. Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
Fashion some cute little goggles for them.
Oh yeah.
Lamb got a 12.
Yeah.
We got Kiro here with an 8, another 8 for Danjin, and a 7 for Mule. So you're all doing pretty well. Lamb in particular is doing fantastic. You get a 10 plus.
Always.
As always. Yeah, if you get a 10
great.
plus, you get to boost one of your stats for today. Which I assume you just haven't unboosted.
I'm done.
It's just dex boosted constantly.
Also, don't forget that your HP and MP should both be full.
Mm-hmm.
Because that will likely be relevant soon.
Okay.
So,
Good.
Mine
Lamb,
won't be full for long.
Yeah.
you're feeling particularly awesome today. I mean, you're
Yeah.
kind of always feeling particularly awesome, but you're setting out into terrain you've never, like, not even you haven't been in before, but you haven't seen before, right? You've never seen a desert like this. So what is it about today that has you in such high spirits?
What? I have a question real quick. What's my lizard's name again? I forgot it.
Was it Caesar?
God,
Was it
yes.
Caesar?
No, Caesar.
Thank God. I did not remember.
I think like
'Cause that's the oh God, he's the really big red one, right?
Maybe.
And then there was the ratty blue one with the scar
Yes.
across its eye that Kiro bought. Yeah.
yeah.
You're muted, Lindy.
Yeah.
One of them was named Sebastian.
Sebastian is the one that Danjin has.
Mm-hmm.
That's the
I-
sort of pearlescent white one.
Lindy,
So I-
you're muted.
Yeah, I kept on muting the Zoom call because I'm an idiot.
Oh.
Like
So-
I'm trying my hardest.
Sebastian and Caesar are the two we have with us. Unfortunately, I didn't buy the one with the scar.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
that would have been all my monies. So
Gotcha.
Sebastian is like beautiful opalescent white with like a pink tuft of
Mhm.
like
Beautiful.
He's so cute, yeah.
So
and looks
cute.
like it looks like what's the name of that dragon from
Toothless.
Toothless, but,
yeah.
but white and pearly.
but white and
Yep.
curly. Yeah.
Caesar's
Yes.
intimidating. But I wrote Caesar, big red baby in my inventory. So
Perfect. Yep.
But yeah, I think she's feeling particularly good just because she knows that they're in the home stretch, kind of like the
Mhm.
desert's like the last big obstacle, and then they'll be there.
hmm
And also like, you know, even though she doesn't like this medal doesn't mean like a lot, it was still like a really nice gesture that Dusty gave her this medal of like the best writer in the
Mhm.
land. I think that was a really like big confidence boost for her. Just like, you know, things have been weird. She's been feeling weird about the amulet and all this other stuff, and I think that just kind of like put her in high spirits and like being on the move, getting to where they need to go, that kind of thing. Feels good, man. Feels real good.
Feels good, man.
Yeah.
Awesome. So are you leading the group then?
I would say so, especially if Giddy and Nono are carrying the majority of the things. She would want to lead them. So she would probably be walking out front, encouraging words being tossed back at the Geep and at the others
Awesome.
as we entered the
Okay.
desert.
Let's speaking of entering the desert, let's see how well you do out there. Can each of you roll a travel check for me?
sure.
Mhm.
The target number here is 13.
Is
This
it
is where we
hot?
can-
Or actually, no, sorry, it's 12.
I'm sorry, you said 13?
12. 12. It's
Okay.
it is
Yeah.
clear, it is not hot. It's actually surprisingly cool today.
Oh, okay. Well, then I don't get
Um,
my sun hat benefit, so we'll just
Oh,
spec
yeah.
that travel check.
Does that stack with the terrain modifiers too?
Yes.
Okay, because I've got a bunch of stuff here.
Yeah. So you'll get if you have desert, you'll get that bonus. But there's no weather for you to gain a bonus from right now. Oof.
Oh, I actually
I think
have
I just got one. Did I buy a desert thing? I can't remember.
a modifier in desert.
All right, so
It
that's
just
plus
says
two.
two. It just says 2 next to desert.
You should have a plus. Do you have another terrain or weather modifier in there, or did you just double up on desert?
I think I doubled up on desert.
Okay, that would make sense then. So yeah, you'd get a +2, which would
So
just
12.
barely put you at 12.
Oh my god.
Oh, apparently I took a 2 in desert as well for whatever reason.
Yeah, I thought I got two as well.
I have
So-
jungle.
Yeah, you should have.
Well,
you should
jungle
either
and hurricane.
have a terrain, or either 2 terrain, 2 weather, 1 of each, or 2 points in one.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
So let me double check. Oh no, it is a +2 bonus. Sorry. From now on,
Okay.
the character
That's what
gains a
I
+2
thought.
bonus on any rolls involving the terrain or weather. You are correct. I am wrong.
Okay.
All right.
Sweet. So I got one more than that, but it's still not enough.
Yeah.
Merp.
So close, Mule.
well, I also have an inventory item. Like
Mhm.
apparently I kept it
Your
in there. The
goggles.
sand hood for
Goggles?
Goggles
Oh.
or yeah.
are for a weather situation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
the
right.
goggles I remember saying at the end of the last session I would allow for desert as well.
Okay. So I technically have an additional +2 on top of that.
The items are +1. I know that for sure.
Oh. That's interesting because I have it as +2 here.
But you
We've
also
got goggles and
because
the
the goggles
They're
are
high
fancy.
quality.
Yes, they're
Yeah, they're
fancy
high
goggles.
quality.
Okay, so yeah, the goggles are plus
So-
2, which means Mule actually passes.
Shocking.
Anyone on a mount gets a +1 for the mount for the
damn.
lizards specifically, because the lizards are meant for this terrain.
I'm at 11 out of.
No.
I would
Alright.
probably-
I got a 6.
Yeah. I would say that Lamb probably wouldn't be riding Caesar, though.
No. Okay.
No, I think she would have probably handed it over to Kira or Mule.
Oh. Okay.
Listen,
I thought the
she
lizards
can-
were pulling the cart. We were all riding in the cart.
No, the
Because
Yeah.
gate
they
bar.
faster.
the
Okay.
keeper pulling the cart, and the cart's full of your shit.
Gotcha. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Kira
gonna
doesn't
need-
do the lizard.
I'm gonna need our summer children to have their HP.
Yeah.
Surprising.
So, do we round up or down? If it's an odd number.
You round
Down, I
down.
think.
Okay.
Yes.
So,
Yeah. Because you round up for how much is subtracted. You round down for how much is remaining.
all right. So I'm 18 out of 37.
Jesus.
Fine.
And Danjan, I think that puts you at 7.
7.
So, Mule, you're doing really well. Is it because you're prepared? Is it because you like took time in town to be like, okay, I'm getting this and this
I
and
think
this?
so. He was pretty methodical about that while they were lizard wrangling.
Right, because
Or
you were
doing
shopping
whatever.
during that time.
he was off doing shopping and like making sure they had everything and checking that list probably like 3 or 4 times to ensure they were prepared.
Mm-hmm.
And also agonizing over having to give up his horse, but you know.
The only one of us probably who accurately, like, efficiently hydrated before we left
Mm-hmm.
was
And-
Mule.
And probably accurately assessed how rough the desert was going to be in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
I've
He's never been there until now, but he's definitely read plenty about it.
Mm-hmm. You've read about people getting lost in the desert and like all that sort of stuff. So you're like, no, I'm gonna be prepared. Everyone's like, it's the desert. How bad could it be? Oh God.
Oh, sweet summer children. And also lamb.
The summer kids
Hey,
probably
I'm
got
fine.
we got cocky before we left. We're like, yeah, we know heat. This is our jam.
So
We're
is
good.
that what's happening to the two of you? Is you thought you understood heat coming in from the tropical coastal area?
We're used to a moist heat, not a dry heat. And I think also she'd be a little disheartened from hearing like, oh yeah, summer's gonna be here in a couple days. She's like, we're behind schedule.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and actually,
Summer kids know how important it is to get it started.
now that
They've
you
got
think
a
of
big
it,
impression they have to make too, because they weren't even supposed to be the ones to compete.
Nope.
Yikes.
yeah.
sure.
And I think it's
Stress.
noticeable for the two of you as you think about it and like what day it is. You're like, oh yeah, summer should theoretically be like real soon. So
That's why we're taking the desert. It's faster.
I think Danjan actually, what I was picturing for this like failed roll is we see, like in the anime we see this shot of like Mule like just sort of like focused riding, and then you see Danjan on Sebastian like doing a handstand and just like staring at Mule like waiting for Mule to notice him like.
Never had.
you like
Hi.
sunburn your shins.
And then
Big.
Mule just does not. I'm guessing Mule does not acknowledge
No.
that he's doing shenanigans, and he
He's-
obviously like falls off Sebastian and
Yeah.
takes a tumble.
No, Mule would be absolutely laser focused on making sure that they are going the right direction, because getting lost in the desert is absolutely deadly.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. After several hours of this travel, you arrive at the massive red rock promontory known as Whalebone. A pillar of stone reaching high into the sky and looking for all the world like the tail of some sand-swimming whale. Small lizards skitter over the worn monument and between the dry woody shrubs at its base. And casting your eye toward the upward curve of the land behind you, you can just barely make out the shape of Outpost West.
That's bigger than the Kahuna. Danjan just stares up at it.
I mean, maybe we've never really seen it up close. We just saw, it's underneath the water. So
Yeah.
it could be really far down and just this big.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Perspective. Mm.
So where are we going?
I guess just keep going straight through.
Is everybody doing all right?
I feel great.
Yeah, I'm good too.
Danjin and Kira both
I got my
sway.
hat.
Just my sun hat.
Yeah. Mule just tosses a water canteen over to Danjin.
Oh.
You should drink more than you have been.
Right, thanks. Yeah, I know. I mean, we're from the island, so we're
Restate.
yeah, we're like drippers. Yeah, this
You gotta
is no...
just gotta sweat it out, and your body acclimates. We've been in the spring too long. It's just we should really hurry.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Yep.
Right.
And then Danjin just like guzzles the water. Yeah.
Mule is now stay hydrated, bot. You've been traveling for approximately 1 hour. At this point, you should have consumed
8 ounces.
Oh my god, yes, I love it. I just had the greatest idea for a character in an RPG. Awesome. Oh man. All right. So yeah, Mil, speaking of which, this is sort of where you'd set your heading to. Was this rock, because you could see it from Outpost West.
Yeah.
But now you're looking out, and it's, for the most part, featureless desert. How have you prepared for this? What's your plan for getting your party across the desert safely?
I think he actually wants to see if he can see further out if he gets higher up, and I have a way I'm gonna do that.
Teleport.
No, but I can grow wings now, so that's cool.
Yeah, cool.
Really? Well, it's about
Angel
time.
boy.
It's about time for the direction check. So if you
Yeah.
have
Is that the
a
dragon?
plan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and do. Oh my God, spellbook! Hi, please help me. I have too many now. Too many magic.
Give spells.
Too many magic. What do? Yeah, we'll go ahead and do arrow compass just to be on the safe side.
All right.
So, as per the norm, sets out his book and starts gesturing, kind of in the vague shapes of a compass. And I will roll the magic check first. I mean, it's not a failure. So
It's not. Yeah.
That's
You're out
cool.
here doing it.
And so he says, "O gentle west wind, come forth and guide our path. Arrow compass." And the winds kind of swirl together and form the compass in the air that points them. So let's do the direction check.
Nice. What is that? A 17, 16? 16.
Mm-hmm.
That's real good. Yeah. You pass with flying colors. The compass definitely helps. But what else, like, what have you studied that is helping you chart a course here? Is there like a story that you remember or an almanac that you read?
I think he's read enough about the features of this seemingly featureless terrain to know kind of like the following the flow of the direction of these dunes and like have some idea of how the weather indicates which ways to go. I don't know things about sandy deserts, guys. I live in a rocky desert. So
That's
this
okay,
is
you can
complete
pretend.
bullshit. Yeah. but he's read enough to know like the climatology of the region to have some vague idea of where to head that might indicate something. He may also know stories of ruins that might be out here that have been written about or discovered, and would probably track towards something like that.
Okay.
As a place to potentially put down and camp, because they're not going to get through this place in a day.
Yeah, no. Travel through the desert is, even with these lizards, is slow and arduous.
Yeah.
But
so that's probably where he's setting the course for after this. The nearest ruin, or if there was ever a town in this place, something that has shelter.
Okay. All right. So you set back out, setting your sights on hopefully reaching some form of substantial shelter. Unfortunately, as the sun wraps back around the backside of the moon tonight, you're not able to find substantial cover. I think perhaps you underestimated how long it takes to get from point A to point B in the desert, especially with like these two Summerlanders having a fucking heat stroke behind you.
Yeah, I suspect there was a lot of stopping.
I feel fine. Let's keep going.
To help them. And he would help them and bitch at them about taking better care of themselves the entire time.
I'm here to take care of you guys. Don't worry about me.
You're not going to do a very good job of that if you pass out and have heat stroke.
Everyone's had heat stroke before.
How many fingers am I holding up? Can you see straight?
You're holding at least more than one. Now let's keep going.
That's cheating.
And as you
Where's the lie?
As you reach the end of the day, the sun wraps around and the temperature drops precipitously. So not being able to necessarily keep walking, you are forced to set up camp where you are. Fortunately, you have a tent, you have supplies, so you won't freeze to death, probably. But you don't have the shelter you were hoping for. How are you feeling about that as you set up camp? Like, are you discouraged, or are you just sort of like, eh?
I think Lamb is like super positive about it. She's like, this isn't as bad as it was when we were going to the city of blossoms, though. Like, she's like literally being like, we've been through freezing weather conditions before. We're maybe not dressed as appropriately as we were then, but we have a better tent than we did then. We have 4 warm animals that we can curl up against. Like, we can pack them in the tent. This tent holds 10 people. Bring in the geep and the lizards.
Yeah.
We are all sleeping in this tent tonight.
Kiro's going to try to hunt.
Good fucking luck.
Kiro, there's nothing out here to hunt.
There's nothing out here.
I dare you.
No, don't.
Go ahead and roll.
She's gonna try to look underneath rocks, because that's where the temperature is more constant. Maybe that's why some smaller critters hide.
Please don't go hunt a venomous snake, please.
Get bit by
So I'm gonna concentrate on this.
Okay.
God damn it.
It's not gonna help me. Watch me. All right. So hunting. There's my hunter checks. There we go.
Good.
What'd I roll?
4?
I didn't hunt anything.
No.
I imagine I walk out, I look under 3 rocks, and I'm like, nah, bro. And I just go back to the tent.
It's tragic. We all just watch as you take 10 steps away from camp and turn over some rocks.
Yeah.
Hunting's no good.
There's nothing out here.
All right, who's setting up camp tonight?
I will do that.
I can assist.
Okay.
So Mule should roll first. All right, yeah, you get a +1.
Cool. And player +1.
Hey!
That was close.
Yep.
But you do successfully finish your camping check, which means you double your current HP. So both of you go back up to full, and all of your MP is recovered.
Great.
So, as you settle in for the night, you cast your gaze to the sky up above, and it takes your breath away. The stars twinkle brighter and more clearly than you've ever seen as they blink in time with the crackling of the fire, and you're almost certain that as you look at the moon, you can see the fine surface details of its many craters. This is the clearest night any of you have ever experienced. How do you react to that? How do you feel?
Ooh.
I think
Well,
Mule is tracking things.
almost looks like Swiss cheese.
You cut out a bit there, Jess. What was that?
Sorry. Mule is tracking things in his notebook under the astronomy tab. Yes, he has a tabbed
Nice.
notebook.
Yes.
Incredible. Of course he does.
It's
That's why wouldn't he? That's all that makes sense.
The moon just
Yeah.
makes Kiro hungry because it looks like Swiss cheese.
Danjon's just like noodling on his ukulele, like set in the mood for our like evening before bed.
Do you think anybody's ever been to the moon?
What?
If
Nah.
they have, they haven't come back.
I mean, like, people have magic, so it's not impossible that they could have gone to the moon.
I mean, you could probably fly there.
Do the dragons count?
I don't think there's a spell that lets you fly to the moon.
But I bet
You
you
better
could.
raise
You don't
today.
know. You just think. So, maybe we'll find a spell or something that'll let us fly to the moon, or like a really, I
Tall
don't know.
tower.
Yeah, like a catapult or something.
Or Mule, you could teach us how to do that dragonfly thing, or teach me at least, since I know how to do magic a little bit, and then we can all cast it on each other and maybe give it a shot.
That spell only lasts for 10 minutes. We wouldn't be able to get to the moon in 10 minutes.
No.
Well, you could.
You
Yeah.
could keep recasting it.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
You'd
but I-
eventually run out of energy, and then you would pass out in midair, and then you'd fall back down.
What
to
if
earth
you
and
brought
die.
like two people that were like stripped together, and you have double the magic energy?
Now we're talking.
You could cast
Why
it
do
on. You could cast it on yourself over and over, and then the other person could start casting it on you, and you pass out.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's double.
Why would you want to go to the moon anyway?
I don't know.
Picnic
Why
This
wouldn't
is
you want to go
flag
to the
here.
moon?
right
Look,
there.
Yeah.
It's
Right,
a
your
giant
name.
rock in the sky.
it's a
You sure it's
giant
not
rock in the
cheese?
sky that nobody's ever been to before.
You could write your name on it, and then everyone knows you've been to the moon.
Mule, imagine if you were the first person to go to the moon, and you could write the book about the moon.
You could.
Hey Dylan,
Mm-hmm.
can I roll my knowledge of tradition
Mm-hmm.
and you give me some like cool lore maybe about the moon that I could share
Yeah.
with our group? Okay, let's see. Where is it? Knowledge of tradition. Hang on. Int plus int. Got it. I'll just do job knowledge.
A 5.
Okay.
That's not very good.
No, it's not. I don't.
Let me.
Danjon knows a story his grandma told him, probably,
Yeah.
about the moon being cheese.
Yeah.
I was
So
about to say that.
you're
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. It's real
everyone's
soft. You
favorite
could write
is
your name
cheese.
real easy.
Like
It's
actually
cheese.
cheese.
That's what I'm saying. It looks delicious.
you are not at pretty good, but you are slightly better than even a kid do better. So I think you're at about a kid level here.
Okay. Yeah.
It's cheese.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and
That's
you know
ridiculous.
that the dragons live on the moon.
Well,
And they-
according
dragons
to
obviously
legend,
like cheese.
so.
Yeah, it's how they
Yeah.
keep going. Dragons eat cheese. Ugh.
But wouldn't it melt if it was that close to the sun?
I mean,
It was cheese?
maybe it's really hard cheese, like soft cheese will melt. I mean, it takes a lot. Maybe it's special moon cheese.
Mule,
I mean,
can I
if
have
the
a piece of
dragons
paper?
live there.
Can I have a
What?
piece of paper and a pencil?
Sure. And he
I mean,
tears a page out of one of his notebooks and
if dragons live there,
hands
it
it
can't
over
be
to Lamb along with a pencil.
squishy, or their body heat would melt the cheese, like when you put cheese in your pocket. So I imagine that, like, it's really durable cheese. So that the dragons can live in there and eat it.
I think you might have been
It's
out
just-
in the sun too long.
Full of tunnels on the inside, like Swiss, and that's how they get around.
Stop.
Like termites.
Yeah, exactly.
But then you'd think you'd be able to see through it.
Well, I mean, maybe it's just mostly, they have a few entrances. Maybe there are craters. Maybe we just can't see through it because they're all twisty.
This all
Or it's
checks
real
out.
far away. Yeah, so
Neil
dragons
throws
are
the
basically
kettle on
just...
their fire and just starts making tea because he has a friggin' headache.
Lamb starts drawing a picture of the moon. It's bad.
Honestly, dragons are just moon cheese termites. Figured it out.
What?
I'm gonna write a book about this.
You
That
can't.
sounds like a wonderful children's story.
Once I prove it, it'll be science.
Are you going to be the first person to go to the moon?
I think so. I think it's my new goal.
How are you going to get there?
Well,
Good luck.
obviously, I gotta get 2 people who can cast magic, because I can't. I gotta strap one to each side.
I'm ready for this. Let's
We're gonna
let's
fly.
make this happen.
Alright, you can be one of them, Dungeon. We just gotta get
Yeah.
one more. Look at Mule.
You could probably just make friends with a dragon.
That might work too.
Me and Mule rode on a dragon once, didn't we, Mule?
I heard once that if you like catch the big kahuna, you release it. This is what Uncle Finn told me. If you catch the big kahuna and release it, it grants you a wish.
Any wish?
That's what he says. He wouldn't tell me what he wished for though, because he caught it and released it, but he wouldn't tell me what he wished for.
Do you get the wish if you release it?
Yeah, I mean, if you eat it, it can give you a wish.
It could give you a wish and then you eat part of it.
I don't think it like that very much. Might twist the wish.
On the note of making friends with the dragon, I will remind you that yes, you've ridden on a dragon, but you've also, both Mule and Lamb, have seen, been in pretty close proximity to the Dragon of Spring when it was when the amulet was used.
Mm-hmm.
Booster mages.
Dungeon like leans over and looks at Lamb's drawing of the moon. I'm like, you should draw us on there. You can be
Okay.
like a dream board or whatever they call those things.
I'll draw us all with wings. She
There you
starts
go.
drawing all of them.
Try
on
with
the-
like wings on each side, because I'll have 2.
I can't express to you. This drawing is very bad.
Vision board, that's what it's called.
It's cute, but it's bad.
We gotta map out our goals.
Yeah.
When she's done, she just kind of holds it up.
I love it. It's beautiful.
That's me, and that's Mule, and that's Kiro, and that's you, DJ.
Cool. I knew that.
And that's us on the moon. I know it's hard to tell. I didn't get the craters exactly right, but
I mean, I could tell what
I
it
think
was.
I got them close enough
Yeah.
that you could tell.
It looks
Is
like cheese, so you got it right.
Is it like you did the whole moon and then put you on it, or did you do like part of the
Standing on
moon?
The whole moon, and then
Okay.
we're on it. But we're like
Just
too
like-
big. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're like this big. The moon's like,
And you drew
just
Dungeon
gonna-
doing a handstand.
and we're holding hands.
Yeah.
Of course. So it looks like a 5-year-old drew it.
Yep.
It's very cute though. Nice, I guess.
You can put this in your book when you go to the moon. She hands it to Mule.
He takes it and sticks it in the back of his notebook. All right.
It could be like an artist's rendition of us on the moon.
Of course, and I'll be sure to credit you.
I signed my name at the bottom.
He looks.
Is it spelled correctly?
Yes.
She can spell. She's just not an artist. All right. After your evening of cheesy shenanigans,
Yeah.
you get some sleep. I would like a condition check from everybody as you set out in the morning.
Oh, okay, in the morning. It's like that night.
was
No, we're
gonna
good.
do
Herb check
Oh.
isn't worth
Oh,
doing.
yes. Herb check is a thing. Also,
Is it hot today?
Yes.
Do I get my sun hat to it?
Hero, yes, you will, but I need you to do rations and water.
Okay, yeah. I need to block out however many we bought too, because we bought 3 weeks worth of rations for everybody.
I don't remember. Y'all keep track of that shit.
That's what I have in my notes. It says 3 weeks of rations.
Yeah, we did.
About right.
I was just looking for confirmation.
I got
It's supposed to be
10.
2 weeks across, so we bought an extra week's worth.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a 12.
Hey, that's really good. That's above a
Nice.
10, so you get to boost a stat.
Yes. I'm gonna do that.
I don't know if a 10 in the desert gets me anything for.
Yeah, no, herb
but-
gathering check does not succeed for lamb. But you of course
Dang it,
got
it's so good.
you of course got a 12 on your condition because it's just perpetually a 12.
Yeah. Mhm. When I opened up my character sheet, it was a 16. Woohoo!
Jesus. Ah. You don't even need me to have the crystal in the party. You live forever. Mule, do you want to roll an herb gathering check for today?
Sure. Where is that? There it is.
Nope.
Eh.
All right. And your condition for the day, monsieur.
Yep. I'm gonna do something else first though, because I have a spell that will make me not suck.
Oh.
Spell.
Do you now?
Let me find it.
Well, Danjin did not do particularly well. We've established that 5 is about as good as a kid. So, what's got you down, DJ? Are you just still exhausted from your dehydration yesterday, or?
I think I feel like Danjon's usually distracted when he doesn't do well on these condition checks.
Yeah.
He's usually distracted by something, and I think he would be lost in thought today. Like he's got his arms around. Like, are we already traveling out? Have we talked about if we're leaving camp yet?
This is as you're getting up in the morning.
Okay. I think he takes a longer time to get up today and kind of like snuggles in with Sebastian. And he's like, Sebastian, buddy, Mule and I are not on good terms. I don't know why, but I'm gonna make it right. And you gotta help me somehow because you're really cute, and maybe your cute little face will charm him. So we're gonna work together, okay? And he like nuzzles into Sebastian.
Yeah, Sebastian will like turn to make eye contact with you and give you this very determined look.
Yeah, but that's like he's not doing anything this morning. He's like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why he woke. Maybe he had a dream about Mule last night.
Mm-hmm.
Mule, like, this is what it was. He had a dream about Mule last night, and Mule turned into this giant snow monster that was really angry at him, and he was like running away from Mule.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Danjin, are you okay? I
Yeah.
have questions.
What spell are you casting this morning, Mule?
Okay. So, Mule, I think it's fairly early morning. He's making sure to get his ass up early for all of this and the herb gathering. He gestures out toward the horizon and says, "Oh, sweet hues of spring, lend me your gentle strength." And we sort of see instead of just the like color of the desert, it sort of shifts to a milder tone in the space ahead of him. And we kind of see the illusion of small flowers spring up out of the sand, just briefly, and then they kind of dissipate into little motes of light. I can now roll my condition check twice and take the
Fuck
higher
yeah.
number.
Nice.
Great.
So, you know.
Okay. So you got a 7 and
Hey, nice.
Good thing I did that.
damn.
Cool.
Damn. All right. You
Okay.
are feeling the best, I think quite literally, you have ever felt on this show.
Yeah.
I think
so-
so.
Go ahead and boost a stat.
Yep, we're bumping strength just to get a little help.
And So obviously the spell helped. But how did the spell help? Like, what is it that you're feeling today that has you, like, energized, ready for the day, ready to head out into the hot desert sun?
I think he's just got an intense amount of focus, and he is focused on everybody surviving this, getting to the other side of the desert safely, and nothing outside of that right now matters. He doesn't.
Yep, you cut out. He doesn't what?
Have anything else cluttering his head.
Gotcha. All right. The group of you managed to gather up camp and start going. The sun beats down on you, seeking near as you can tell to drown you in your own sweat. What little life you encounter is quickly snapped up by the lizards, though the heat makes seeing far a task in itself. As you reach the top of a sandstone outcropping, you find yourself at the edge of a shallow basin of water. As you take in your surrounds, though, you're startled to see 4 smaller depressions in the stone at one end. You're standing at the edge of an enormous paw print. And with that, we are actually past the hour, so we are going to step away for a couple minutes for our first break. So, we're going to go refill on water, do that stuff, and when we return, we will examine what the mystery is behind this paw print. See you soon.
Water's important.
Hello, and welcome back to Ryuutama Seyo, aka Travel, our Ryuutama show here on Twitch, where we left off at the break. You had just encountered a rather large paw print pressed into this sandstone with some water sort of collected in the bottom of it. What would you like to do?
You know, I would find this ominous
Study
if I
it.
wasn't so thirsty.
See Dan just dive for it.
Yeah.
Tangent, we have water. Clean
Don't
water.
drink that.
It looks so good.
It's probably not drinkable.
Tangent, also, you can make it rain, so why would you need to drink the water in the bottom of the foot?
I don't know. It just looks.
Tangent, that's
fun.
dirty foot water. Don't drink it.
Okay, I won't drink it, but I'm going
You
to.
can
swim
lay
in.
in
What
it.
if it's not
Yeah.
actually water, but like
Is
foot
it deep?
sweat?
While they're speculating, Mule is checking his notes.
Okay, yeah.
Tangent splashing around in it.
I think
Can I
It's foot
consult
sweat,
my
not foot
my
water.
refined education?
yeah, because that's not etiquette. And what
Yeah.
is? It's been a while since we've had to use refined education. So what does
It's
it
my book
say?
learning.
I think it will apply here. Yeah. Noble, there we go. Refined education. The average person about history, famous people, and well-traveled places. Yes.
Yeah, like refined education reads to me like if you could learn it out of a book,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
maybe.
I think it's focused a little more on history and nerd shit, yeah. Whereas the minstrel stuff is anything.
Folktales.
Yeah, it's
But
more
yeah,
folky
also
stuff.
folktales. Yeah.
All right. Where is?
And as for the
roll 20.
depth, I think it's maybe like a foot deep. It's
Okay.
not particularly deep.
Okay.
The actual paw print is deeper, but presumably there's been some evaporation.
Gotcha.
A 13, yes, I will absolutely give you information about it.
Neat.
It has the same profile as the footprint of a dog. If you were to speculate, you would probably guess that it belongs to either the same creature or a related creature to the one that you saw several days ago off in the mountains, the enormous wolf.
Okay.
It's about the right size, which is to say you could fit all of you inside one of the toe pads.
Cool. Yeah, so he'll kind of relay that bit of information. I think it's. Do you remember that thing we saw a few days back? That giant dog creature?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that. I think that's what this comes from. Or something related to it, anyway.
Wonder if we could eat it.
It's leading our way.
Yeah, we're following it. Or
This
maybe
is
it's following
probably
us.
no. It came in front of us, so I think this is a good luck sign.
Maybe.
This is good luck. It's going the same way that we're going.
If that makes you feel better, sure.
It does. It probably heard my call.
Yeah, probably. They've got like good hearing, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and it's got
And good
giant
smell.
ears.
Yeah.
In any case, just keep your eyes peeled and be careful. All right.
It would be hard to miss.
And she like gestures around at the desert, like
You'd be surprised what the desert can do to your eyes if you're out in it too long.
I don't know about you, but my eyes feel great.
I walk over to Danj and I like lift his eyelids up and like, I think we're fine.
Hmm. I don't know what you're talking about. We were fine yesterday too.
Yeah.
Your eyes super
Keep
dry.
telling yourself.
they're both sunburned, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Can't really tell Kira much because I already have such a nice tan.
Tan, yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna be so tan after
purely-
this.
Purely cosmetic
So-
bullshit, but can we assume that Mule, like, concocted a sunscreen for them all?
Yes, sure.
Like,
Okay.
who's just like, here, put this on.
I imagine he's got like the white, like the streak over his nose.
I
Yeah.
think that Lamb surprisingly knows a lot about skincare because she spends all her time
Yeah.
outside, right?
You would think she knows.
So
Yeah.
like sunburn would be something she'd be very familiar with.
Familiar
Like
with
her
that.
Pappies would probably have her freaking screamed
I mean,
up.
you just stay out in the sun long enough and you stop getting burned.
That's
what
not
I
how
do
that
every
works.
summer. That's what happens every summer. Like, you know, it gets hotter. We're out all day, every day, pretty much. And so you get tan, and then you stop getting burnt.
Well, you can get tan without getting burnt.
Both the summer kids are like,
Hero is equation giving this whole process right now.
You can get tan without getting burnt. You don't have to get burnt to get tan.
I look at Danj and I'm like,
Like, imagine being as tan as you are right now, but you didn't have to go through the whole peeling process. Wouldn't that be nice?
what?
I can show you guys.
you don't
this
really
summer.
peel much if you use coconut oil.
You'd have to.
You just gotta
What?
slather yourself in
You
coconut
just don't
oil.
have to burn. You can pace yourself.
By not going outside? I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't get it.
We'll talk.
Okay.
This summer. I'll show you.
This
Right.
one's yours, Lamb.
Mule is off.
We're just
That's
getting
what
our
our kids
base.
are like-
It's a base coat.
Yeah, it's you gotta get burnt first, and then you don't burn anymore.
It's not like you don't have to like lay a foundation for a tan. You can just like.
Should we have a disclaimer about sun and skincare?
Yeah,
here?
please
Hi
do.
everyone. I'm going to be posting a link in the chat about
Hey-
proper skincare.
Hey kids, if your parents are letting you watch this, first of all, you've got great parents. Second, take care of your fucking skin.
Third, parents.
Don't go
this isn't
out without
family friendly.
sunscreen, everybody.
Yeah,
please.
sunscreens. As a super pasty person, I
Mhm.
never go out without sunscreen. I could spend
Sunscreen's
5
very
minutes in the
important.
sun and I get fried. So
Yeah.
Even
don't
in the
listen to
shade.
Hero. Yes.
Even
no.
on a cloudy day.
Yes.
friends.
Yes,
Yes.
especially on cloudy days because
That's
sun
when
will
you get
still go
tricked.
through that shit.
Yeah.
You
Even
can't
if you
feel
feel
it
cool.
happening. Then you
Mhm.
get burnt and your life is
Mhm.
over.
And then you're me and you
Mhm.
sunburn your lips and it fucking sucks.
Bottoms
Anyway.
of your feet.
The worst.
Yeah, tops of your feet. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay. Digression.
Anyway, so
digression
Lamb's probably
complete.
giving them a
Yes.
Lamb's probably giving them a very abridged
No, you just-
version
You
of
just burn and then you coat
sunscreen.
yourself in
Yeah.
coconut oil.
and how you don't and how if you pace yourself you just get really tan and you don't have to
Yeah.
freaking
I
get
think-
burned at the
I think-
beginning.
I think Mule turned over the sunscreen to Lamb and let her deal with teaching.
Yeah, she
these
probably
summer
probably
kids how to
lathers both
figure
of them
that
up,
crap out.
does their backs and stuff.
Yeah, we
This is
get
weird.
Yeah.
we get a chibi animation of
feels
her like
funny.
bouncing between the two of them, like whipping her hands around.
And just be careful that you don't miss any spots because then that spot will get burnt and you get these really weird tan lines that are like.
We get a really slow like pan of her like over one of their cheeks, and they just like boink, all shiny. All right.
We should keep our
Uh,
eyes out for more paw prints, too.
Yeah. I don't think we'll miss them. And I gesture to the size of the bridge.
Well, they're so big that the steps are probably really, really far apart, especially if they were running.
Oh, yeah. Or jumping.
Danjin to miss one.
What was that?
Why are you calling
Nothing.
out Danjin specifically?
I'm
No reason.
confused.
Don't worry about it. Are we ready to go?
Yes.
Let's go. Let's move it real fast
right.
today. Let's go. You gotta make up on time.
All right.
Onward.
Could each of you roll a travel check for me, please?
Yep.
As you set back out into the
God,
into
do I
the
have any
sand.
magic to help me with that? That'd be super neat.
Oh,
Um,
shit.
Oh,
Before you
Leo.
roll, or I guess before
That's a
everyone else rolls,
15.
I'm gonna try and roll my song thing
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
and see what happens. Hang on, it's Dex plus Spirit, and it's the topography that is the difficulty.
Which is 13 today.
Got it, but I have. Ooh, can I use?
You can
My
concentrate
modifiers?
and you can use fumble points, and yes, anything that affects the topography will apply here.
Okay.
So any equipment related to the weather or terrain, in addition to your terrain and weather specialties.
Okay. A little desert music.
That's
Like
how
how we picked desert, and I was like, no, jungle.
jungle. We'll get
That's
there.
what our island's like.
You know,
So
like
makes sense.
season 4, we'll get to some jungles. Hey,
Yeah,
yes,
got it.
yes, by a
Sweet.
mile. So you now
Yeah.
have a jungle song, or not jungle song.
Or
Damn it,
desert.
Hero!
It's-
You have a
I'm gonna
desert
do
song.
desert. Yeah, it won't be a hot song.
Is it your hot new single?
That's
I'm sorry, should I leave?
so bad.
No.
Yes, please.
Same.
So make sure to write that down because you now have a song for any time you're in the desert.
Cool.
And what's your desert song like?
Okay, yeah. So you know how Danjin was like noodling on the ukulele at the like campfire the night before? He was like working on it because he was feeling inspired while he was at the campfire. So he's as everyone's like starting to pack up and start traveling again, and he gets back up onto Sebastian. He starts noodling again, and he starts singing a song, and he sort of like casually mentions to whoever might be listening, he's like, "I just made this up. I hope you guys like it." And then he like very bashfully starts playing this like new song. This is how it goes. It goes, desert sand plays on the breeze. And he like strums. Desert shadows tempting me. Desert stretches for eternity. Desert air. Please be kind, gentle, and fair. Desert air. Please be kind, gentle, and fair. Please be kind, gentle, and fair. Please. These drums. Oh, you guys like it?
That was so fucking good.
So good. What the hell?
Fucking dark horse out of nowhere.
Like,
Damn.
damn, son.
Yeah.
Desert
Yeah.
air song.
It works. And I think there's a magical component to this in a sense, isn't there? In
I
that
think
you're-
with all of Danjin's magic, there's always
Mhm.
something. I think his uke actually starts glowing.
Hmm.
And if you're looking closely, it looks like the jellyfish carvings that are in it are moving on the ukulele. And I think something that always happens when he does his magic is that the breeze just sort of like starts to pick up and some sand sort of like swirls ahead of
Yeah.
us.
Yeah. And so all of you get a +1, I believe, to your next check. So
Cool.
Lamb
now
is-
I'll do my travel check.
Lamb is already fine. Lamb
I'm
was
also
already
gonna use
on.
a
Yeah.
fumble point. I'm gonna use one of my fumble points as well,
Okay.
in addition to that boost, because
Yep.
Do I? Nah. Let's just try it.
I'm gonna use a fumble
Ooh.
point as well.
Hey, that's 12. I don't think that beats it, but it's
It
got real
doesn't.
good. I got
It
real good,
doesn't.
real close.
You're so
I'm
close.
So proud.
So I get +1 from the song.
Mm-hmm.
I get I get my modifiers for the terrain, and I'm using fumble points. So I've got
Okay.
+6 to this.
So wait, hold on. One from
song.
item, one from
Oh.
fumble, or one from song, one
One
from
from
fumble.
fumble point. And then I have 2 for desert and 2 for hot.
Shoot,
Yep,
I totally
yep.
forgot to add my modifiers for the terrain. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
So I'd actually get like +4, I think.
It's hot. I get a +1 for hot.
Oh,
It is
plus
hot.
5. Plus 5, I
So-
guess.
Oh no, that was actually a 17.
Oh no.
Oh.
Well, I'm
Oh.
glad that
I
had
still
all
I
of
still
that.
got like an
No.
11, I think. So that's a bummer. I still
Yeah.
fail.
Wait, did I
Uh,
still fail?
By
Mhm.
one, yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wait, aren't you writing? Aren't you writing a
Oh,
lizard?
You are
I'm
writing
writing the lizard.
Sebastian.
Yep.
Yay,
Yep.
yay,
Sebastian.
Sebastian.
Gives you the +1.
I was real close, but I was like, nah, I'll be fine.
I'm still
18
one
hit
down.
points is enough.
Saved by Sebastian.
I'm fine. I have 8 hit points left.
Yeah, and Kiro, I believe, is back down to her 18
Yeah,
or whatever it is, 16.
I'm fine.
A billion.
18. Yeah, 18.
Oh my god.
I'm good.
What could possibly go wrong?
So, Mule, you were so prepared yesterday.
Yep.
What happened?
I think he's still prepared. I think he's just so busy dealing with everybody here that he's looking after himself last. So ran a little dry. However, I can solve this problem. Because I'm a healer. Do.
And Kiro, are you just like not taking any of the advice you got yesterday to heart, and so you're still just recklessly going through this desert?
She's just still. I think she put some of the advice, like she's staying better hydrated, but she's just too driven. She's like, we gotta go, go. So she's like out in the front.
You like
blazing
reach the
the
top of
trail.
a dune and then tumble down it. Like, okay, that was planned. Let's go.
Yeah.
Tumbling
Fastest way
is
down.
energy efficient. We're just gonna slide down these dunes. It's
Right.
tested it.
I
Yeah.
think Mule was so concerned chasing everybody down, making sure they got enough water that like he basically kept giving it away, and then by the time he realized he hadn't had enough himself, it was a little too late. So
Yeah.
he was a little bit woozy for a bit.
Yeah, I
All
think
right.
Danjin and Sebastian have started to perfect their like routine of Danjin doing acrobatics while riding Sebastian. Like they've been figuring out their little tricks, and they're sort of just playing now as they're running across the sand.
Yeah, and they'll do one, and then like both of you will look at Mule and like smile.
Yeah.
Like even the lizard like smiles, tongue lolls out a little.
yeah.
I
And then
think Mule
and then-
doesn't even notice because he's like this close to passing out.
Yeah. So then they just look at each other and they're like,
Yeah. All right. The searing sun hangs over you like an angry eye glaring down at the desert. The sound of the lizard's feet slapping against the sand serves less to break up the monotony of the trek than to reinforce it. But suddenly the dunes around you shift. Rising from the sand on either side are several huge, hungry-looking beetles. We're going to do some combat, and
hey.
because you have been surprised... Okay, surpresa. Because you've been surprised, everybody will start in the front area, but also because I am potentially an idiot and I forgot to do our episode splash, I'm going to actually cut us to that right now as we head into combat, because today's episode is episode 10, Sea of Sand, The Tragedy of Ithra Zaya. And then we go to combat. Alright, so I need y'all to do some initiative for yourselves. Party leader is in charge of tracking that. I grabbed the ones that you put in last time and just shifted them off to the side, so you should be able to move those, I think.
Okay.
And I will handle the beetles, which are... What is their initiative? It is...
And I get a +1 from that song,
No, it was just
I
the
think
one,
just for one
just the one
roll.
check.
but I didn't use it.
Yeah, she
Oh,
hasn't
she
used it
did
yet.
use it. Yeah, that's true.
Because she
Oh,
had already
great.
died.
already
Travis.
rolled.
So yeah, you get a +1.
Not that you ever need it.
I
You're
needed
just gonna
it.
Oh,
cap
needed
out
it.
at 12 anyway. Oh
Terrain
shit!
stuff,
I did
doesn't
bad.
apply to initiative, right? It's just
No.
travel checks, I think.
Mm-hmm. It's just journey
Heroes
checks and some
ready.
class
Hero
stuff.
is ready.
Fight
All
me,
right.
bro.
Wow. Y'all are fucking
Right.
kicking my ass.
Beetle.
And then I
1.
will.
Beetle 2. Beetle 3.
And then.
Boop. All right, and then we need items. So, what are some objects that can be found on this? Ooh, maybe there aren't objects.
A
It's the
lot
desert.
of sand.
Sand, sand,
A
more
lot of sand. Yeah,
More sand.
there might just not be objects you can use here.
Yeah.
Because like what possibly would you use?
Yeah.
We'd have to
except-
use like shit from our
Sand,
cart.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
Which we're not doing.
We've used
No.
snow as an object before. Could we use the sand as at least one object?
Sure.
Can we just list all 5 slots as sand?
Sand, more sand,
More
even
sand.
more sand.
We're not going to run out.
Yet more sand.
Really, just so much sand.
Continued sand. Sand 2 electric boogaloo.
Shifty sand.
Oh,
Dry sand.
okay,
There's
there.
a sand dune.
I mean, there might be like a sand pit, like an area where it's kind of
A sand clump. Kind of like a
And
rock.
I like the idea of glass.
mhm.
Cactus.
There is
Some little shrubby thing.
there's some lightning glass.
bones,
The lightning glass. Yeah.
the bones of something.
Oh yeah, I'm down with bones. It makes sense. There are beetles here.
Yeah.
I'm down with bones, he says. Oh boy.
Somebody clip that.
Yep, that's happening. And I think that's enough.
Sure.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So, to start us off, Kiro, you go first.
Yes.
Give him
Oh
hell.
yeah, I'm awesome.
Yep.
Can I be on the battle mat, please?
No, only the rest of the party gets that.
Not you.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna stabby a beetle, I guess.
Yeah,
if I
there
could.
you
There
are.
we go. Oh, I can see them. Yeah, I'm gonna stab the beetle right next to me with my
Okay, I'm gonna give him
glaive.
little number. Oh, that's not helpful at all. Okay, never mind. Okay, the one next to you, go for it.
Mhm. Oh,
6 hits.
yes.
Yeah, because
Awesome.
their initiative is 6.
Perfect.
So go ahead and roll damage.
Yeah, I will.
5. Okay, so this thing is like as big as you are, if not a little bigger.
Yikes.
You swing into it with shark bite, and there's a horrible scraping sound as its carapace deflects the blow, and you just nick one of its legs.
Oh man.
Mjol, 'tis your turn.
All right. Well, let's see. Which of my bajillion spells do I want to use today? Shit. Sorry. Hold on. I didn't have time to plan. Okay. You know what? Attacking sounds like fun. So. Book comes up, hovers in the air. He's going to cast Ice Sword of Desire if I don't bomb the magic roll. Boop. Cool. Neato. So, he puts out his hand and says, Icy Frost, form thy severing blades and strike down all who would oppose me. Ice Sword of Desire! And we see, like, several sets of blades formed out of ice just hovering in front of him, ready to be launched. And that's my turn.
Mm-hmm. Real quick, Danchin, as we get to your turn, your HP should be full, yes?
I used a song which takes away 1 HP.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. So it is your turn. You are right up in the faces of these beetles, along with your friends. What do you do?
I'm gonna change positions, and that's gonna be my.
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're
I
pulling
think
back.
Danjin is just shocked by them, and he sort of like staggers backwards, and then gets into like his fighting stance once he
With
gets
his
in
uke.
proper distance. Yeah, and puts his uke away, and then he's ready. Yeah.
Awesome.
I
Okay,
gotta
and
hang out in
then
front with these ladies because if they need healing, I have to be close by.
Right.
it is the
yeah.
beetles' turn. These ones
Are
are
they
not in a
saying
Come
yellow
at me,
submarine.
Beatles.
But as you cast this magic and this like icy, what weapon did you summon?
Well, I sort of desire is whatever weapon. In my case, I just have him using swords, and he uses them like projectiles that we're skinning as the bow.
Okay. Right. Yes, I remember now. So they see you summon this ice, and all three of them sort of like chitter grossly and turn toward you. All three of them are attacking Mule.
Oh
Cool.
no!
No.
Do it!
Bite me instead!
Is there no defense?
I'm a meat bag! Come bite me!
All right, that's oh my god, that's a 14 to hit. Which hits.
Bye, guys.
You have really good initiative.
Yeah.
So that helps. And then damage. Oh my.
Down in one. Well,
Is that?
bye guys.
Is that? Oh my god, it is.
Oh my God, no.
So, the first one reaches out and, I guess, Mule, how do you go down? Like what happens here?
Think I just go down. Whatever it does works.
Okay, so it like reaches out with its. I think it hits you with its because they're like stag beetles. It hits you with these huge horns and just tosses you sideways into Kiro. But between the impact of the horns and getting tossed, Mule just falls unconscious.
Good luck, y'all.
Not cool.
The
I'll
second
be
one
back here if you need me.
is what happens if you attack someone who's unconscious?
It's an excellent question, Dylan. How about we just gloss over that attack?
I think I continue to take the damage. I
Yeah, I
assume, and,
I know you take damage. I just don't know about like is your initiative
I would
still 10?
I would assume the accuracy check just succeeds unless it's a fumble.
Yeah, I think that is what makes sense for me. So the second one's gonna try and bite the food that it sees, and it does deal some damage. Not as much, so Mule goes to -6, I believe. Or actually,
Yep.
no, you'd be -9 because you took 3 over from. And then the third one with like these two beetles fighting over Mule can't get to him and is going to attack Lamb.
That's fine.
Yeah. It hits for oh my god. I don't know what my rolls are. Chat. I this is not on purpose. For 11 minus your armor, whatever that happens to be.
Yeah, 9 is my armor. Or not 9, 2. So it's
Okay, I'm like, what?
not 9.
You take 2
I
damage.
was taking 9 points of damage, so
Okay, yeah.
confusing my brain.
So yeah, it's like pincers scrape against your wooden breastplate. And it's your turn. What do you do?
I'm going to jump on the back of the one that just attacked me and rip its antenna off.
Oh my god.
That's my plan.
Okay.
Okay, here's my accuracy check.
It hits.
Okay, here's my damage. 5.
Yeah. So you grab onto its antenna and you can't get both of them, but you can grab one of them and just pull it off. And it rears back trying to get at you. Kiro, it is your turn. Mule has just fallen unconscious beside you.
Yeah, I don't think I can really do much about that. Except stab the beetle I already stabbed! Like, stop eating mule! So, I'm gonna do that. Stab the
Yeah, that hits.
can't roll higher than a 2 on a d10 apparently, but that's fine. For damage.
And again, you're just not quite finding the weak point in its armor that you're looking for.
Can I see if it has any weaknesses? I want to see that.
Maybe.
The crikey, what's that? That's what I have it listed on my.
Crikey, what's that? You
int,
mean?
int.
Oh,
Yeah.
the monster knowledge.
Yeah.
Yes,
I want
you
to see if I know
can.
anything. Crikey, crikey.
You
what's
do
that?
not
All right.
with a
I'm like,
7.
Bad beetle.
Okay.
It's
It
brutal.
is Danjon's turn.
Yes, it is.
I saw a Stangen send help.
I know. Danjon is debating whether to like
I-
tie
I
these.
would
beetles-
recommend focusing on killing them and don't worry about me.
Okay. Okay. 'Cause
I'm
that's
worried
on my
about
mind.
you because they're chomping on your corpse.
It's
I
not a
know.
corpse
poked
yet.
I poked one twice, so maybe it'll attack me next time.
Is it what, negative
Yeah.
9?
I have way too much health you'd have to try to heal to get me up. It's not... You wouldn't be able to.
Fight, 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 fight.
And because of my artifacts, one of them is the I forget what it's called. The one that says I have custom rules. The other one is the crystal, which means you survive to negative 20.
Also, my condition's 14 today.
So
A good day to have a high condition.
Yeah.
Okay. Danjon, he takes his foot and draws like a line in front of him in the sand with his foot and sort of draws like a sigil in the sand that he remembers his Graham taught him, and then the ground starts turning green, and he's gonna cast Briar No. And he just goes,
Alright.
Summer vines, dance and tangle, tie these bugs up at any angle, Briar No. And then we're gonna cast Briar No.
Danjon is too precious. All right. So just need to beat their condition
Got it.
on the magic
I
check.
have to roll. Hang on.
Which I think is int spirit.
Yeah.
Yes.
You met their condition. Good job.
Sweet.
So all of them take a -2 penalty to initiative.
Yeah.
It says starting the next round, but I'm just going to do it now.
Get behind me, losers.
Speaking of which, Lamb, it's your turn as these
I'm a punch up.
briars rise
Oh, yeah.
up out of the sand and wrap around their insectoid legs.
Yeah, I'm grabbing that lightning glass and I
Okay.
am going to stab the fuck out of them in the head.
Okay.
Here I go. I can roll higher than a 4. Thank God.
Yeah. Yeah, you can.
Okay, here we go. 11.
Yes.
Ooh, that is what I'm
Punch
talking
its
about.
lights out.
So is this are you actually going ham on this thing?
Yes.
Is this different from how we've seen Lamb beat people up before?
Probably. I don't think she's ever been this stressed in her life. Literally also same for me. So I think normally there's a little bit of tact in how she attacks things. There's literally no tact. She's just doing whatever she can to incapacitate them / kill
She's
them.
raging right now.
Yes.
She's hollering as she jams this lightning glass into this beetle's head.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you dealt a significant blow. And I think it's trying to shake you off of it. And that's what its attack against you is going to be. It's trying to shake you off. Yes, just barely. And you hit the sand. Oof. Pretty hard. I think it tosses you to the sand and then gets one of its legs on you. So you're taking 8. And then the other 2 are going to attack Kira.
Could you roll a digit damage, Dylan? Could you?
I'll
Yeah,
try.
that'd be nice of you if you could. Please try. Roll a couple ones for
A
us
6
there.
No.
misses Kiro, and a 13
That'll hit.
hits.
Just hits.
Oh my god.
All right, I have 8. That's fine.
Dylan, you're cheating.
Nice.
Something's happening here.
I don't know.
my
Somebody
God.
call the cops.
I am about to. 911, we have an emergency.
Did you design a game over screen for us, Dylan?
Hold on,
'Cause
let
we
me
might-
pull up Photoshop.
You want me to work
Okay.
on one while I'm here?
Throw it over.
So, Kira, you take 10,
Yeah,
minus
it's fine.
however much armor you have.
Oh, I do have armor. Yeah.
Okay,
Hold on.
yeah, there you go.
We can make myself one. There we go.
I wildly underestimated how strong these beetles are. Everything else you've fought, you've just sort of like wrecked pretty much instantly.
Mm-hmm.
So
you're like, oh, you know what? It was gonna be 1 beetle. What about 3?
it originally was going to be 4 beetles, and then I was like, that's too much. Okay, so
Talk about balance in Ryuutama later.
so Kiro, as you dodge the first one but get bit in the leg for
I like dodge out of the way into the other one. I'm
yeah.
like, oh
what do
man.
you
I
do?
keep
It's your
working on
turn.
this, the one I keep wounding a little bit because it'll go down eventually.
And
So-
actually, as you attack, I'm going to spend a life point for fortune, which is going to turn it into an auto crit.
Ooh.
So you just deal your max damage, which is how much?
Right now it's a D10 plus
Or I
1?
think actually it might not be max damage. Is it double damage? I remember there's something specific for.
For
Combat,
crit,
for
you roll
accuracy.
2 die, I think.
You roll 2 dice. Okay, yeah, go
Okay,
ahead and
roll
roll
a
damage
bonus
twice.
dice.
Then.
Nice.
All right,
Yeah.
let's see. How about 17 to that wounded one?
Ooh, baby.
That one
All
that I've
right, so
stabbed
that's
twice.
minus
Go
their
down.
armor. Yeah, it's
Go away.
it's looking real messed up, and it pulls back a
Okay.
bit. It's trying to back away out of your range. It's not dead, but another hit like that
Okay.
would take it out.
Oh, another hit like that. Okay, cool.
Danjin.
Yeah. Hang on a second. Yep, I'm gonna do this. Oh wait, do I have to touch? Never mind, I can't do that. I am going to throw my boomerang.
All right, at which one?
What was the one that Kiro just
The one at the very bottom.
took a chunk out of? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna follow up. And I'm gonna use a fumble point again too.
Okay.
Hang on, let me find it.
That hits.
Cool. Nope.
Ooh, it deflects off of its shell. Lamb, you're beating the crap out of this thing. What do you do?
Keep doing it.
All right.
I keep doing it.
Are you gonna use an object or a fumble point or concentrate or?
I might as well concentrate. Or use a fumble point. Wait, how many fumble? Yeah, I'll use a fumble point.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Fumble point will give you a +1.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
Oh no.
So it's got you pinned into the sand, and you can't quite. Your little arms can't quite reach its underside to get a solid punch in. And one of them is going to attack Kiro
Yeah.
and miss.
Misses.
Second one's going to attack Kiro and miss. So I think you just step to the side of one and then pull vault
I learned
over.
that trick from the last time. Don't step into the way of the other ones. I'm just
Yeah.
like,
You pull vault over the other one, and this one that's got lamb pinned is going to try and take a swipe at her with its horns and hit for, come on, single digit.
hey.
Yeah. For I think that's just 3. As it has to step back to swipe at you with the horns, and that gives you the room you needed to move and get back to your feet. Kiro.
Stab this one. I keep stabbing.
All right. Stabinate. Yeah, that hits. I was going to pull it into the back area. Whoops. Oh!
Die.
So, yeah, we see you sidestep and then pull vault, and then you do a jump and swing the glaive and bring it down full force and just cut this thing in half.
Yeah, if they're beetles, like right down the wing line. I was like, amen.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah.
Okay. Danjin.
Damn, I wish I didn't move to the back, but I guess I have so many spells that are touch range.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I can do this though.
That's why I stayed in the front.
Yeah.
They didn't like the ice though, apparently.
What is this strange coldness?
Oh shoot! I thought that spell wasn't a touch range. Literally. Oh my god.
Every healing and buff spell is a touch range. It's a
touch
real
range.
bitch.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's rough.
Frick. Okay. I gotta change course here. Give me 1 second. I am going to.
You could theoretically move back up. They're not paying attention to you right now.
Yeah, but that's all you can do in a turn.
Does this count as an animal monster?
Technically no. It's a phantom beast.
Oh, good.
Oh.
Oh, it's a phantom beast?
Yes.
Even better. Okay,
Oh, wow.
perfect. Yeah. Let me just. What is better? Yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna
go,
try this
DJ.
one. Here it is. Oh, I just lost it. I am going to cast a spell, and I can escape an encounter with a phantom beast.
Oh, I know what spell this is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So, Danjin.
I don't remember what it's called.
Whoa, I can't see you guys anymore. There you go.
Oh.
Danjin starts drawing another shape in the sand. He's like, okay, what was this one again? He's struggling. And then he just says, Fluffy Spirit, burst forth and protect us. Wild type. And then he does a sort of a dance move, and hopefully it works, and I'll tell you how it looks after I roll.
Is that incantation, or which season is that?
Hang on. It's just a... Oh shoot, no. I'm messing up. Sorry. This is a ritual spell, so it takes an hour.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't use that either. I am just going to throw my damn boomerang at them. No, you know what? No, I will die if I go to the front. Danjin is literally having an existential crisis in the background.
We're seeing all of these things and thought
Boomerang the
bubbles
one on
over
land.
Danjin's head.
Because I just know that this boomerang's not gonna.
I mean, you just rolled real bad damage last time.
Okay, let me try again.
Yep, that hits. And which one are you attacking?
The middle one.
Okay. Boom!
Hey!
Hooray. Yeah, that's a lot better.
Alright.
So you send the boomerang flying, and it hits it square in the eye before bouncing back towards you.
Sweet.
All right, Lamb, you're back on your feet.
I'm gonna use the bones.
Okay.
I'm gonna use the bone and probably crack it over my knee so it has a sharp, jagged. So I can have a bone in each hand and fucking stab.
All right.
Here we go. Time to stab.
It hits.
12.
Yeah!
Boom! Yeah.
Sweet.
Okay, so you break this bone and charge it, and it lowers its head to catch you with the horns, but you kick off of them and over it and get onto the point where its head meets its body and just jam the sharp end into there and deal a significant amount of damage. another big hit is gonna kill this thing. And it's like fluttering its wings, hoping to shake you off. And yeah, then it comes back to the beetles. It's going to attack you by trying to shake you off again. And it does so. You go reeling back to the ground. Can it deal damage to you? A bit. So it shakes you off and swings its head and catches you with the horns. Before you roll back to your feet in the sand. You're taking 4 damage, I think. And then the other one is going to attack Kiro,
Right.
as it has been doing, and
Nope.
miss as it has been doing. Kiro, so you've killed one.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Another's-
step in front of Mule and kind of next to Lamb, and I'm gonna stab at the one that Lamb's riding on. See
Okay,
if we can just whittle him down. Less attacks is better.
I'm gonna go ahead and spend another life point here to give you a crit.
Okay.
So go ahead
Hopefully
and
die.
roll double damage. Boom! Does that do it? I have the worst news in the world.
It has like 1 HP left. Yeah.
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 So you cut into
Rolled
it.
a 1 on the bonus die. I tried.
You cut deeply into it, and it chitters and begins pulling away. It's definitely scared.
Stop eating us. Go away.
Stop it. Just stop. We're not food.
I'm gonna eat
all right.
you.
Danjin.
Harvest your organs. Cook them for dinner.
All right, let's take him down.
Take him down with the boomerang.
That hits.
Sweet. Can I spend a fumble point on the damage, or is that only for like
No.
accurate? Okay. Come on, boomerang. No.
That
Does
is
it-
precisely what you needed.
Yes.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Left.
Yeah,
Oh.
it has 3 armor. So
Yes.
you throw the boomerang, and I think it like digs in to the hole that Lamb made with the bones and just sticks there, and the beetle drops. And Lamb, it's your turn. There's 1 beetle left. It's looking like it's not in a mood to keep fighting. What would you like to do?
Attack it.
Yeah.
Our little barbarian.
I'm gonna go kick its head off like a freaking football.
Oh man. Okay.
Here
That's
I
one of the ones that
go.
bit Mule. Gotta kill it.
That hits.
9.
Oh my god. Yeah. All right. So it's pretty hurt. It actually cannot run away, per the rules, because there aren't other creatures, so it can't move to the back area. If the front area is empty, back area immediately moves to the front area, and it can't. The way that you run away from an encounter is that you have a higher initiative than the total of the enemy side, and it really doesn't. So it's going to feint at Kiro and
Alright.
try and lower your initiative, which I think is against your condition.
I
remember
think
correctly.
so. I have the feint. Let me look at my feint thing.
Yeah.
Attack condition instead of initiative. I have bad news for him. It's the same.
Oh no. All right, let's see. Nope.
Nope.
So
I
it
have
like
12 in both today.
it tries to sweep the leg, and there aren't any legs
just-
there to sweep.
Nope.
Bad
Bad
right.
news for Beetle.
Kiro.
I'm a Stabbity. Stabbity stay up. I'm actually gonna leap off this sand dune because I don't want to miss.
Okay.
And Stabbity it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you hit.
Oh, okay. Take off the second 10 because I didn't unclick that.
Oh,
couldn't I?
okay.
So
Okay.
it's 12 instead of
It's
22.
12.
I know. It's 12.
Okay. Holy shit.
Respect. I know. That
Still.
would have been epic. 12's
Still,
still pretty good.
it's you took half of its remaining HP with that attack, so you drive the polearm into it, and I think you actually push through and like into the sand beneath it,
Nice.
and you're standing
Yeah.
on top of it. Danjin,
surfing the beetle.
Still alive. Ah.
You're beefy.
I think he says like, sis, throw me my boomerang. It's
I'm a little busy.
Someone, Lamb.
Can I throw the boomerang?
Yeah, you just like pull it out of the beetle and toss it to him.
Yeah.
I wasn't riding it.
And like as you throw it to me, I pretty much do this cool move where I almost just manipulate it back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Fling it around and fling it at the last beetle.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that hits. All right. It is pretty close to being toast. Lamb.
Hello.
Greetings.
I'm gonna try and like jump up and like really just like smash its head off its body
Okay.
with my feet.
Yep.
Here I go. Yeah.
That hits.
Yeah.
Goodbye to you,
So
sir.
yeah.
See you
We
later.
see Lamb run up and jump, and you do like a flip kick, like a backflip kick, and catch it right on the bottom of its head. And yes, it just pops off and flies over the dune, and we see Lamb land, and you land right next to Mule. Are you focused on him or on something else?
I'm just taking a moment to cloud gaze, Dylan. No, yes, of course, I'm focused on Mule, of course.
So we see Lamb turn to Mule, but in the background, by your gear, we hear a click come from the box, and we are going to step away for a couple minutes and take our second break.
Oh no!
So we will see you in just a little bit. Hello, and welcome back to Ryuutama Seyo, aka Travel. So, you have just beaten the ever-living fuck out of these beetles. Mule is unconscious on the sand beneath the hot desert sun. What do you do?
The other two seem to have it covered, so I'm gonna harvest these beetles.
Not concerned in the slightest.
I'm just
They got it.
Mule is fine.
I have absolute faith in Lamb and Danshin that they can get Mule awake.
Oh, Kira's a really good friend.
I think that Lamb would probably just like pick him up and carry him over to maybe the little tent that we had like made for the geep to get him out of the sun, and is looking at Danjin like, Danjin, I don't have any, like she doesn't have any way to help him.
Danjin like scrambles over. He's like, and he looks at Lamb and goes, "It's gonna be okay. Okay, I'm gonna do my best." And then I think I'm just gonna try casting Cure Touch a few times to see if I can at least get him back to 0 or 1. I have to get him to 1, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or I think if you're at 0 HP, do you come back to 1 at the? Oh no,
After a battle?
if you succeed a camp check, you go back to 1.
Yeah, that's
Okay. Yeah. So I'll try to get you back to 1. Here we go.
Yeah, characters who have fainted benefit from camping checks, but only gain 1 HP and or MP. If that is 0 on a success. Oof.
Cure Touch, Spirit, and Int. Okay. So Danjin. So you said we've put him on the ground. Where is he right now?
Yeah, there's that like awning built off of the cart that the keep are usually under.
Okay. Yeah, and Danjin leans over him and sort of says under his breath, "Fates can change like the shifting sand. Through the power of friendship, a helping hand." And then he like puts his hand out and like, no, that's his phrase.
Mule like, vomits on himself.
It's usually said so ecstatically, and now it just sounds so wimpy.
I love
Adorable. Shut up. It's so cute.
Okay.
I love it.
it. Hey, all right. And then how much do you heal?
So
Is it
for my
int?
It's int, yeah. So, do I just do a d8, roll a d8
Yep.
then?
Yep.
Correct.
Okay.
7. That's pretty
Nice.
good. So
Yeah.
I think there's like a wound on his head where he got hit by the stag beetle's horns, and that closes up, but he's still unconscious.
Okay. So yeah, so Danjin keeps it going, and he's humming this song that his gram used to hum to him whenever he was like sick. And yeah, he's like humming that. He's like, "You're gonna be okay, Mule. Okay, just hang in there." And then he tries it again.
While you roll that magic check, Lamb.
Mm-hmm.
So the first spell happened, and you saw he healed, but he's not back. What do you do?
I mean, she's just like trusting Danjin like fully.
Okay.
But she's like not leaving. She's not going anywhere.
Yeah, Danjin before he tries again looks up at you and just gives you like a reassuring like, "It's gonna be okay. Don't worry."
All right. That is precisely how much you
Literally
need.
just enough. I am at a whopping 1 HP.
So,
Yay!
Mule, you were you were at home back in the city of snow, in your room, all bundled up in your blankets, fighting off whatever flu or whatnot you've caught most recently. Just listening to the blizzard outside, and there's a knock at your door. What do you do?
Aside from probably coughing up a lung for a hot minute. There's probably a very weak yes.
The door opens, and it's your mother. She has a tray with a steaming bowl of noodle soup. She brings it over to you and puts a hand on your forehead. Oh my, Mule. Tightens the blankets around your waist. Make sure to eat all of it.
Okay.
You really should start wearing a coat when you're going out.
He starts eating but looks
Yeah.
like he doesn't like that idea at all.
Yeah. She pinches your cheek. Come on. I just worry a little. That's all. I need you to take care of yourself so that you can grow up big and strong.
Yeah, right.
And then you hear your voice or your name being called to you, sort of distantly, and you blearily blink your eyes open. Some blood still like crusted over one eye as you come to consciousness in the desert.
Danjin's still humming the song too. Hey,
What happened?
it worked. I
Lamb,
mean, it worked.
yeah,
What
Lamb like
works?
reaches out and squeezes DJ's arm, like in like a thank you, and then just hugs Mule.
Mule is not quite sure what the hell is going on, but hey, Lamb is hugging him, so that's cool.
You got chomped on real hard by some beetles, but you're okay now.
That explains why my head hurts. Ow.
I could.
Sorry. Are you okay?
I can fix this. I'll be better in a minute.
You don't need to do anything. You need to rest.
Well, it's not gonna heal itself.
Well, I mean, bodies do heal themselves, but
Not quickly enough. And he just kind of feels the wound and gets a sense for what's going on and starts casting immediately.
All right.
With very shaky hands. And I am going to do Cure Plus Plus, which gets cast with Cure Touch.
Nice.
So, I will be healing a bunch.
While you do that, Kiro, could you roll me some trapping checks for these beetles that you are harvesting in the background?
Decimate them.
Hey,
Take
that's,
them apart.
That's pretty good. Do you have to beat the topography for it? I hope not.
No.
I think you do.
Yeah,
What's
actually, I think I
happening?
do. I
Okay.
think
But does
so.
that, if you have to beat the topography, does that mean that the terrain bonuses apply?
Wouldn't it be like the
Yeah.
condition of a
Yeah, I would
monster
say
or
so.
something?
Yeah,
I don't have
'cause
terrain bonuses, so it's
you
fine.
don't even from equipment
Yeah.
or anything.
She took jungle.
Did you not? Did you not buy
No,
a
I got. I have a
Trapping-
sun hat. I
trapping-
have weather
tra-
bonuses because I was like,
Trapping
desert's
is
gonna
the
be
monster
hot.
level.
Oh.
Trapping is the
Oh.
monster level times 2, though.
Okay, that with an 11 you pass.
Oh, sweet.
So you
Do I
harvest.
need to do one for each beetle, or do I need
Yes.
to? Okay, sure.
So you're
they
you're
level
harvesting
5?
their shells. Yeah, they're level 5.
Nice. Okay.
No.
Okay.
And 9.
Uh,
Nope.
just
Hey, I got
barely
one.
miss. Yeah. You get one
I'm happy.
carapace, which is worth 2,000 G.
Ooh,
Yeah.
nice. I should
Was
have
it
concentrated
worth it?
on
Oh
nearly
my
dying.
God.
I should have concentrated on more than one, but that's okay.
So yeah,
I
you
wanted to
like
be able to help with camping potentially if we couldn't wake up Mule.
Mule heals himself to
Nice.
basically fall.
Pretty much.
All right, so let me add that to my inventory. 1 beetle carapace.
Yeah, and we'll say it's size 2.
Okay.
As you get these like big shiny opalescent shells.
Worth 2,000 GP value. Nice. Perfect.
And I think this is probably a good spot for you to camp as the sun arcs overhead and swings around.
Amongst the corpses.
So you can push them elsewhere if you would like, but
They're probably strewn about at this point. Can like get the
Yeah.
just
It
climb
took a
over the
minute.
next dune.
Tangent. It's like helping clean up.
The lizards kick
Um,
sand
Fine.
over them.
Yeah.
All right.
Let the lizard eat their corpses.
Yeah.
Whatever's left.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure they
Um,
love that. They're like beetle for dinner.
Oh yeah, they probably would.
So
Specialty beetle.
let's go ahead and get the
Okay.
camping.
I can eat the 2 I didn't pull the
Yes.
wings off.
Okay. All right. It's
so
a
what else is doing it?
topography, right?
Wait, what?
Camping. check.
I feel like this goes either way between Mule and I.
She would
I
like
can
to.
help. I can
So
help
do you
camp.
want to?
I could help. I could
Oh.
help with the camp check too, unless.
What do you want to do, Jess?
Well,
What's your dex and your int?
good. But I think
me
at
help.
this point it wouldn't make like logistical in character sense to have Mule
Sure.
help with camp because he just
Okay.
recovered from a serious head
Death.
wound.
Also,
Yeah.
Lamb would probably not let him help.
Yeah.
I think he probably like starts to get up and is like, "Yeah, I'll help, and
Well, I have a D8 and a D6.
Sit back down.
Yeah.
like
and just pushes him back into the sand.
he's just like, "Oh, we're setting up camp. All right."
You're not doing anything. You're
I guess the
staying
twins
right
will
there.
set up camp. I'll help my brother out, and you can keep Mule not from helping.
I'm fine.
Yeah,
It's all
Kiro,
yours.
you can do it.
We're
I'm
gonna
a
sleep on the
concentrate.
sand.
To hopefully aid.
All you need is a 5 or better. Okay.
Yeah, you needed was a
I
five.
didn't
You're
want to
right.
risk it. Okay, I wanted to give him all the help
So
I
I
could
get-
get.
Plus
You
one.
get +1.
Mhm.
Yeah.
helps.
What happens if we fail the camp check again? Remind
We
me.
don't
If-
regain health.
Yeah.
Sort of. Okay, so on a fail, you recover only 2 HP and MP. On a
Okay.
fumble, you recover no HP or MP, and you take -1 to the next day's condition.
Good luck.
God.
I'm
You
using
got
a fumble.
this.
I'm using a fumble point.
Okay.
I did good though. I could have
Help.
set up the whole camp myself.
Okay, so that brings you to +2.
Yeah. Oh god.
Don't you get a bonus to camp checks as a minstrel?
I also have a
You.
bonus
Yeah,
for
so
that.
that's what plus? Is that another +1? For
I don't have
plus
to. I don't have to add it in, but yeah,
Okay.
it automatically adds that extra one.
Do you want to concentrate as? Oh,
Ooh.
you have to.
I
You're
mean-
fine.
Best in the
Yeah.
land, I think.
yeah, yeah.
This is like 3-star camping right here.
Mhm.
I know. I did pretty good with that camp help. Maybe.
Welcome to this resort spa.
Why can't I roll that when I'm hunting? That's what I usually do. And those
Because
rolls
it's
are
what you're
better than what
supposed
I
to be
get.
good at.
You're not. You're
Welcome
not
to my
fated to
world.
hunt well.
This is the best
It's just
campsite
wait
in
till
the
I get to
land,
some
guys.
water.
All right, so go ahead and double your HP, recover all of your MP, and then
Oh, cool. Double HP.
Yep.
At 18 again.
Does that go
Yeah.
past the cap or not?
No.
I don't remember.
no, you double your
I don't
HP
think
2
so.
cap. Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if you didn't take damage, you just infinitely accrue
Yeah.
HP. And so you're like, I
That'd
have
be amazing.
1,000.
That would be
All right.
ridiculous.
Come at
Lindy-
me, beetle. I'm indestructible.
I'm gonna drop you on the ration sheet, Lindy, and then
Yep.
I'm gonna play a little taste good taste for our rations tonight.
okay.
I feel like we deserve some tasty food tonight.
Do we want to use those rations though? Because that uses more than I use. How many rations?
Yeah.
8.
What's
Yeah,
our other-
because if you use taste good
We-
taste
we-
and it rolls more than your 4 rations,
You're gonna
it
burn
wastes
through
the
rations
other
if you
one.
do that.
Yeah,
Okay.
we bought 3 weeks worth of rations,
Hang on.
and it's gonna take us about 2 weeks to get through this desert.
Nah.
What? um. Yeah, I roll 1 die of spirit.
Hmm. And then it spends that many rations. I think they go bad within 24 hours, so
Mhm.
you can't use them
Yeah.
on the following day.
Okay, it just would help with our condition tomorrow.
Hmm.
But do we have how much food do we have? Are we looking?
We have 1 week's extra if no delays happen. And unless I do some good hunting, I'm looking at you. Check of 13 minutes.
Yeah.
I hate that part of that rule. That drives me
I
crazy.
know.
Anyway,
Hmm.
okay, so maybe I won't do it then.
Okay. Let's roll condition. As you awake the next day.
Well, I think I'm gonna do what I did yesterday because that was pretty sweet.
Mhm.
That is a ritual, so basically
And
that's
we
like
have
the thing Neil
used.
does
Oh
first
no,
thing in the morning.
lamb!
Oh no, lamb,
Good.
sweetie.
We
Everyone
also
gets a fumble
yeah,
point.
get a fumble.
Eee.
We're down 1 barrel of water. We have 2 full barrels.
I have a full barrel
I
too. I
can-
don't know if that's built into your stats.
I put that into there.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I can help fill it up
We
again.
have 3
What does
total.
that mean for me?
Yeah. I can't remember.
Oh,
I think we
God,
took,
I-
like
uh,
2
you-
status
you-
effects or something.
Yeah, there's a status effect, or you drop a stat. Something happens when you fumble a condition check, just like if you
Yeah,
do really
Yeah.
well on it.
it's not
Let's
amazing.
see. Condition check. Condition check. Damn, Kiro. All right.
I wrote so good.
The
Condition,
odds of
here
me
we
rolling
go.
a 1.
Out of shape,
Double
when a
ones.
character's condition is
Double
2,
one.
a fumble roll, which technically it's not a 2.
Yeah,
The
it's a
character
4.
is feeling run down and out of sorts. Player must choose one of the following status effects: injury 4, poison 4, exhaustion 4, or muddled 4.
Probably injury.
Is it? Because like, what is
you
it?
fishing
What
for
is
What
it
were my
about
other
it?
options again?
Okay, so it's injury, poison, exhaustion, or muddled. So it's those tie to each of the stats, right?
Yeah,
which
I know. I
are-
mean,
because it could be that you're stressed out from yesterday.
yeah, it's not going to affect me anyway because it's only 4, right?
Right.
Right.
think-
so your condition still meets it, right?
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
so you'd still be okay.
I don't know because you did fumble.
Yeah.
I feel like because otherwise fumbling would literally mean nothing to you.
Mm.
So
Well, I know, but like it just lowers my die, right?
yeah. So I'm trying to decide if I guess it's okay that you can never suffer fumble effects from a condition.
I mean,
I feel
that's
weird
kind of a
about it.
bonus of my being tough, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
Yeah.
Should we just leave it for now?
Yeah, I think it's because technically that would never happen in base Ryuutama, right? Because the only reason you have
This is
robust
so
twice is
special.
because you have the custom class.
right.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm gonna rule that.
I can still lower my intelligence die, but I
Okay.
would want to keep my condition 4.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter for fighting purposes, but I can still lower it. I don't really care.
It does matter for fighting because your condition is the target for fainting and for
Okay.
for spells.
That's why that
So, yeah.
beetle was out
Spells
of luck
target
when it was
conditions.
like,
Mhm.
I'm gonna target that condition
Okay.
instead of initiative.
Then
and I was
I'm
like,
totally happy to leave it at 4 and just have you drop a die for today.
Yeah, that's fine.
So is it that you're stressed about yesterday still, or what's going
Also,
on?
fucking hurts still. Like,
Right.
I only healed up to 10, so.
Oh right. Oh shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I
And-
got you all.
I hate to say it, but today is not starting off great. You awake to the creaking of your tent's supports and the flapping of its entrance as the sheep bleat outside. Rushing out to see what's happening, you're suddenly buffeted by a strong wind. The same wind that's currently piling up sand against the side of the tent. But the tent is only the beginning of your problems. As you look out into the expanse of the desert, you're met with a miles-high wall of sand bearing down on you. With no solid shelter in sight, you're left with only one choice. Try to outrun the sandstorm.
We've got to go.
Yeah.
Pack up now.
Yep.
Let's pack quickly.
Lamb, you're sort of out of it today. How do you react to this situation?
She's mostly worried about the Geep.
Mhm.
So I think what she's doing is actually, well, because we obviously can't leave the cart here.
Yeah.
I would say she's probably unhooking
Hook the lizards up, run faster.
and hook the lizards up, and then
Mhm.
putting the Geep on the cart or on
Yeah,
the
so
backs of the
we're
lizards.
out of one
Shoving them
gallon
on
barrel of water, so it's lighter, so the geese should be able to be on there, no problem.
Mhm.
You just shove them on there. They're bleeding at you like, no, this is not. We don't go here.
Yeah.
All
She's
right.
probably wrapping them up like getting them under the tarp to protect them from the sand.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's pretty quiet though, I would say. Just
we
trying to get shit
concentrate?
done.
On travel checks.
And I
Yes, you
I
can.
guess
Okay, cool. I'm gonna preemptively do that.
All
should
right.
we do some curing before we like a quick cure before we run?
Who needs healing?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
Uh,
at 10.
I know.
Yeah.
Alright, I got
I'm
you.
at 18. I doubled.
Out
All
of
right.
37.
Alright. Yeah, Miola's gonna go put a hand on Lamb and do some healing magic.
Yeah, Danshin runs over to Kira and is like, "Hey, hold still for a sec."
Fine.
Alright. Let's see, so that's gonna be
as you both channel this magic, we just see the wall of the
Getting
storm
closer.
growing.
Yeah.
So that's 6 HP to Lamb and 4
That was
to
shitty.
4 to Kiro.
All right.
I mean,
Let's go.
it's better than nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
seriously.
By a pretty
Yeah.
significant margin.
I rolled a net one on the D10. That's garbage.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
that
that's
does
how
hurt.
do you think I feel?
So was my 1 on my D12, but we just live with the consequences.
All right, so you
I'm
take
so mad.
you take a moment to heal, and then break down camp as quickly as possible and
Go.
get going.
Yeah.
Look at it.
All right.
Lizard cart, run along.
You break everything down and get piled up, but it becomes quickly evident that you are not fast enough to escape the storm. Try as you might, you can't outpace the furious sandstorm. As the rising winds tug on your hair and whip up the sand beneath you, you take one last look at your companions. Mule and Lamb look at each other, and each calls out, voices snatched away by the blustering air. And then the storm reaches you, and your world plunges into darkness. And we're actually going to, because our breaks have been weird tonight, we're going to take a break here and close out the episode after that. So we're going to step away for just a couple minutes. When we come back, we will see what fate awaits our windswept heroes. See you soon.
Boy.
Welcome back to episode 10 of Ryuutama, Zaya, aka Travel. As you're caught by the storm, sand scrapes across your skin and the wind pulls at the cloth covering your mouth. You're surprised at how quickly you lose sight of the landscape and your friends, the roar of the storm drowning out all else. Panicking as you lose all sense of direction, you cast about for some salvation and lay your eyes on a small fox-like creature. It's only there for an instant, but it's something, and you press forward, struggling to keep your footing as small dunes pile up around your boots with each step. You see the fox again and follow after, running this time until the howling wind recedes, held back by the crumbling stone walls of a courtyard. You can see your companions around you, just as dazed and scratched, and you can see an ancient fortress rising up from the courtyard and disappearing into the storm above. Shelter. What do you do?
Go into it.
You immediately
Go into the shelter.
immediately rush inside.
Hello, shelter. You're my new best friend.
We like the shelter.
We
Hello,
do.
shelter, my old friend.
Yep.
All right. The
Well,
Laughing
our
at my
cart
own
and
joke.
our
And our
lizards
cart
and our
fit.
keep.
Yes.
What's going on there?
So you can get them
Right in.
into the courtyard where they'll be safe enough. They're less delicate than you are. But I think getting them inside that door is going to be difficult.
Okay. So they're with us and we've
Yes,
gotten them in
yes.
safely. Okay.
I was not a jerk, and I did
That
not
was the
steal your
question.
pets
I was
from
like,
you.
did we lose them in the storm?
Yeah, no pets for you.
Oh God.
I decided I was done with animals. I'm done making animal sounds.
Jesus.
All right. The gloom of the ruins clings to the edges of your vision like cobwebs as you step into an antechamber. The storm outside fading to a dull whisper. The walls are lined with suits of long rusted armor, relinquished to time, and a thick layer of dry dust coats every surface. Getting a better look now, the design of the armor and the archways sparks recognition in Mule's mind as he recalls the subject of a tome he purchased from Kulongan. The Fifth Kingdom.
So I think he is taking a bit of time straying from the group here and there to actually look at this place and get a closer look at a few things. And probably identify some markings and things. And he does sort of dig into his bag and rush and like, oh, wow. Oh my gosh. This is a ruin from the Fifth Kingdom.
What What does that mean?
So it's like not a kingdom anymore because this place looks like it's in ruins. Yeah.
No, yes, but I didn't think any of these survived. Then that means we're... He's like madly flipping through pages. For everybody here, this is probably the first time you've ever seen me all look excited.
Oh.
Or even anything approaching happy.
Is he ill?
I don't think so.
I knew he got hit by head yesterday, but like...
Shut up. I'm trying to find something. Hold on.
When did we say the kingdom was brought to ruins again? Because Hecla was from there.
Well, she was from
So
the
what happened?
Stormlands.
Yeah.
Which
was
are
the
not...
fifth.
They're not a kingdom. They're the four kingdoms of the various seasons existed before they were all coalesced into one, with the amulet, and then now there's an overarching kingdom that rules all four. But the Stormlands are just sort of an unruled area. The fifth kingdom is probably something you haven't heard of before, because it's somewhat obscure historical.
Not the Stormland.
Yeah,
Stormlands,
yeah, not
Okay.
the Stormlands.
Okay.
Well, sort of, but not how people would think of it. They think of that as the Stormlands.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
But that was also destroyed too, right? Because that's why Hecla left. the
Yeah, like
Stormlands.
her
Yeah.
city was attacked by some dragon force.
stuff happened.
Yeah.
So yeah, Mule is just like paging through this book that he's probably already like tagged pages with and things.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing. And he's kind of not paying attention to the group so much for the moment, but as he starts going through, he's kind of skimming. Would you like the whole story read aloud at this point for everyone's benefit?
However much you feel like Mule would share. It's certainly not the entire history of the Fifth Kingdom, but there's some
Sure.
information in there that he might want to.
So, you two are from the Summerlands. You don't know about this?
Our island's like real small.
Right. I should have figured. Anyway, there was a war between the Fifth Kingdom and the Summerlands. The Summer Kingdom at the time, I guess. So, hold as I reread the whole thing.
You can read from it if you would prefer.
I mean, it's a lot, but... So, he goes on to explain about how the kingdoms of Mahoria were actually kept over their respective lands, and they sort of each kept their own seasons. So, it wasn't this... There wasn't a ritual that allowed us to carry the season amulet around and change the seasons for everybody. Each kingdom had their own season, and they just kept it to themselves. So summer was always summer. The winter always had winter, and so on.
Yeah.
You with me so far?
Well, yeah, that's generally why people from our island generally don't compete, is we don't like the changing of seasons.
Right.
What? I'm just saying.
Right.
Your
We're gonna
seasons
find
are
out
fine.
eventually.
Your seasons
I mean,
are
they're
fine.
right. They're just
See,
not summer.
here's the thing, though. Back then, there was also a fifth kingdom. And he kind of gestures around like, here.
Okay, well, what season did they have?
They didn't. They had... It was kind of where everything just joined chaotically and came together. It was
so
a
they
mess.
had the current thing that we have where we actually transition the seasons, and it's kind of sucky.
Not
I mean, your
exactly.
seasons are great.
Not exactly.
Okay.
They're not our seasons. We only have one of them.
Well, I'm sure it's really nice.
Anyway. It's just sigh. Deep sigh. So, the people of the Fifth Kingdom, where everything basically just did what it wanted to whenever, probably, nobody's quite sure. The king of the people of the Fifth Kingdom, Akvan, gave them an order to slay the seasonal dragons. He wanted to take all their power over the season so he could control it. Each seasonal dragon stayed with each seasonal kingdom back then.
So he thought that if he killed all the dragons that he would get all the power?
Pretty much. So he started with the Summerlands and began warring with them.
Why'd he start with the best? I mean, summer season.
Well, if you thought that if you thought that the Summerlands were the best, then you would want to take them out first, right?
I guess that is true. You want you know, I've heard the term saving the best for last, but I guess that wasn't the case here. He was just great.
You probably don't want to do that when you're
Probably
doing
not when
war
you're
on
slaying
people.
things. Yeah, I can see that.
Anyway, the Summerlanders were trying to fight off the Fifth Kingdom and asked for aid from all of their neighbors, and nobody came.
Nobody came to help the Summerlanders? I wonder why.
Kira's just gonna look at Danjin and be like, this is why we don't like the other seasons. Our elders were right this whole time. That one helps us.
You guys are really far away, to be fair.
What happened next?
So,
I just want to know.
So the queen of the Summerlands, Vohu, made prayers to the Summer Dragon and called upon the Summer Dragon to help her people. But he kept sleeping. So, finally, when Akvan, the king of the Fifth Kingdom, was at the doorstep to what we now know as the City of Sun, he demanded Vohu stand her armies down and let him pass to the roost of the Summer Dragon. Obviously, she refused, and so he assaulted the city. And...
we won.
Yeah.
No.
What?
A lot of people died.
Well, yeah, it's war.
And that's what awoke the Summer Dragon.
Good, he woke up.
As
I mean,
the kingdoms... Well, as the kingdom started to fall, he finally realized that he needed to stop Akvan, and so he took flight and...
took him long enough.
Burned a scar across the land. He turned Akvan's armies and fortresses into ash, and that's what this desert is.
Whoa.
So we did win.
Also, that's why there's so many bones everywhere.
It's pretty cool. I'll have to take some as a souvenir and be like, woo, Summer Dragon.
So this is probably a fortress that King Akvan had built. Huh.
Got wrecked.
Yep.
It
By a
probably
dragon.
means there's valuable treasure in here, if that's the sort of thing you hear about.
I mean, unless someone's already been through here and looted the place, but I suppose it wouldn't hurt to check for, history's sake, archaeologically speaking.
I mean, we already have a lot of stuff. Could we really carry treasure out of here?
I could carry a little bit.
I'd probably get a couple jewels in my pockets, but...
Well, be careful because it's probably trapped or something. Akvan was kind of not a nice person.
I mean, you would think that if everything else got burned up, that the traps would have gotten burned up.
That's
Yeah.
not a guarantee.
You know, how long ago was that?
Yeah. How long ago was it? Because our elders are always complaining about, like, oh, I wish it was summer all the time and stuff like that.
It was way, way, way before any of them were alive.
Well, so if that booby trap lasted this long, I would be surprised.
I'd be really impressed, honestly. I'd be like,
we deserve to get shot.
Made the booby trap creative because I want to learn how to make booby traps this good.
Honestly, I really don't. I don't want to really
careful.
leave I don't really want to leave the animals.
Well, we can camp in here.
Tianjin has already wandered further.
He's just wandering into the next room.
Oh, I gotta make sure he doesn't die. And booby traps and all.
He like turns over his shoulder and goes, "There's definitely ghosts in here. I just know it."
Well, yeah. If everyone got baked up, they probably have restless spirits.
I'm gonna talk to them.
If I was just a regular guy minding my own business, and my king was like, "We're gonna go take all the seasons,"
I feel like
my
if we do talk to them,
would be restless.
We shouldn't mention that we're Summerlanders.
Yeah, maybe don't.
You can tell by looking at you.
No, I mean, I gotta get a disguise. Hold on, I'll take off my sun hat.
You'll never learn anything if you don't actually. You'll never learn anything if you don't actually like listen.
To what? To the sand?
To the world around you. There's spirits in everything. If you just stopped to listen to them, we could learn so much from this place. And Danger just keeps walking further into the.
Right.
I don't know.
I'm going to learn so much from this place because I'm going to go look at some of those etchings over there and take rubbings.
Smeal sits out his notebook and a lantern and goes over there.
I make a blanket cape, and I take my hooded lantern and I put it on the end of my glaive on the hook, and I follow Danjin. So now they can't tell I'm a Summerlander just by looking at me.
Right. You're the Reaper now.
Yeah. Yes, I am.
They recognize you for a different reason.
Okay.
Hey, just checking up on you guys. How's it doing?
You
cool.
still dead?
Still dead?
Good?
Yep. Cool. Just how I left you. Sure. Making the rounds, passing through. It's fine.
All right.
Just give them finger guns. It'll be fine.
Oh, no.
That sounds like a Grim Reaper kind of thing to do.
It does.
We all good here, everybody? Just doing my job.
Everybody's still dead? Good.
I mean, that's like Hades, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Taking careful steps over the aging masonry, you find yourself in a long hall. The wooden tables and benches eerily petrified by the dry desert air. A heavy silence hangs over all as you look around. A pair of statues stand guard at the opposite end, and, almost escaping your notice, a cracked and torn book lays discarded on one of the tables.
Ew.
I didn't notice. Said it again.
That's why I pointed it out.
6-year-old humor.
God damn it.
Yeah, Danjin hones in on that book, knowing that it's something that would have been touched by the people that used to be here, so he feels like, of anything, this would have some kind of significance for the spirits. And so he approaches the book, and what does it look like as he gets closer?
It's part of a journal. The leather has cracked, and many of the pages are missing. But sort of the first few pages are present.
Okay. Yeah. I just put my hand just above it at first to see if I feel anything. And then I pick it.
Yeah, I don't think you feel anything particular.
Okay. Yeah, and then I just pick them up. I pick it up and start reading.
Okay. Do you think Danjin would be able to read ancient script?
Oh, is it an ancient script?
It's very old. I mean, it's fine if your answer is yes. No? Okay.
No. So he literally goes, well, this says nothing, so that's not helpful.
I mean, you'll probably like it. If you gave him
What
the
is
book,
that?
he'd probably like it. We're in a different room.
No.
Maybe you can, maybe you curry some favor with Mule
Like echoes.
if you give him this book. Yeah, you can. Sveideck is
There's stage whispering in the other room.
Yeah.
Mule, can you read gibberish stuff?
As he's literally doing exactly that on the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why no, I'm just staring at these pretty symbols on the wall and I have no idea what they mean.
Oh,
You do?
okay. Lamb, can you read gibberish stuff?
Like, what did you
Yeah, hand it over.
So Tangent goes over to Mule and gives it to him.
Okay.
I was gonna try and read it.
Do you read ancient script?
Is there a name for ancient Fifth Kingdom script?
No, it's just
Akavani?
Akavani? No. Old speak.
Start reading.
Yeah, I
What's
think
his
it's safe
name
to
for
say
sarcasm?
Mule can definitely read it, but Summer, this is up to you. Can Lamb read it? You don't have to have a reason why, but
Maybe the very, very basics.
okay. So
Maybe not. Like her comprehension probably wouldn't be very good.
Mm-hmm.
But
you're like
maybe this is like a secret Pappy thing.
maybe.
Like it's just something that they kind of taught her that she doesn't realize would be special.
So you're like, ooh, I know that word. Ooh, I know that one too.
That one says sand. And that one says sand. That one says sand.
It's all just sand.
Where did you learn that?
Pappies?
Wait, what?
The pappies. You know, when they taught me to read and write and all that stuff.
They taught you.
Numbers.
They taught you ancient script from the Fifth Kingdom.
I didn't know it was called that.
I think they probably like had some very old book that they taught you with.
Is it their weird like shepherd code?
I think, so maybe like this is like deep lore that Lamb probably wouldn't know, but like maybe her people were nomadic, similar to the Kuangan before, because they were sheep herders, right? So maybe they also followed the seasons and then eventually just settled down.
I think maybe it was like a storybook, but like a super old storybook.
Yeah.
So like the rest of the party would probably like recognize the stories if you told them to them, or like the shape of the stories at least.
Yeah.
So what you were reading is part of a journal, and I will copy and paste these to you so that you can reference them later. But it says, I did not know what to expect when I came to Ithra Zaya. The people are harsh, yes, but they also hold such dedication. It seems that each day is the same to them, but my arrival here has changed the path of their days as they accommodate my needs. I know that the routine they practice bears itself of practice and discipline, carefully cut and ground into a perfect shape like the weapons they carry. And so, I try to make as little trouble for them as can be helped.
Is there a name or anything in this journal?
Yeah, I think on the inside cover, like just barely like rubbing some of the dust away, there's a name, Anguya.
Is that a name that
It is not a name that you recognize.
weird old name? Cool.
Yeah, it is definitely an ancient name. Like no one would name their kid that now.
Unless they're trying to be really nerdy.
Yeah. You're like naming your kid Plato.
It's like naming your kid Ramesses.
Yeah.
Who does that? Sorry, anyone who does that.
I've known people who do that.
Oops.
But yeah. It appears to be like a short account of this woman, judging by the name and what you know of the gender conventions for naming back then, as she arrived at Ithra Zaya.
Ithra Zaya.
Is it reasonable to assume that like that's here?
Probably, yeah.
Probably also somewhere on the writing on the wall and such.
Yeah, you can. I think there's enough evidence here for you to confidently say, like, yes, that is the name of this fortress. There were so many that Akvan had built as they like marched their way across the Summerlands that you probably don't have an encyclopedic. Probably no one has a like written knowledge of all of them, but it tracks.
All right.
So this is the fortress of the Ithra Zaya. Or, well, was.
Cool.
Should we keep looking around?
So does that mean like special treasure?
Kira hasn't stopped looking around. She saw the petrified tables and had hoped that there was petrified food so she could learn what these people ate. Because food is important, and you can learn a lot about a culture.
Try to eat
I mean,
it.
she would definitely maybe give it a try.
There is
God.
not any food.
Oh, man.
There's not even like discarded scraps or anything. There's just nothing.
Yeah.
Neil's gonna try to find in this place where might have been like, not really the war room, but basically like where official business would have occurred.
Okay.
Or like somewhere where there might be a record that like the fortress keeper would have kept.
You you fight the urge to sneeze as the fortress's reserve of dust wages war on your noses. The next room contains a set of sagging stairs that lead up to a second floor, but at their base lies the back cover of the journal you found before, a few ragged pages still held by its binding.
Take a look at it.
This one reads, "It has been many days since my Azi Hutashta bade me to stay here. I know that the health of our Shaishtem is the most important goal of both our efforts, but I long to hear his voice sing to me. Alvanto, one of the soldiers here, has promised to tell me what word comes from the front, but no messenger can carry to me the touch of Azi Hutashta's hand in the cool morning or the smell of his hair in the starlit night. Come back to me soon." Danjin knocks a goblet off one of the tables.
Cool.
Then he like looks around.
Yeah.
Are you all right?
I think actually as that happens, I have some text for you. You're startled by a sudden crack of thunder from outside. A surge of cerulean light pulses across the floor before settling into the two statues in the long hall, which shudder with the abrupt influx of energy. Dust shakes free from their cowled forms as they step down from their pedestals and level stone swords in your direction.
I look like I match because I've got a cowl too and clay.
I'm still with the animals. SOS.
The lamb's gone. As that happens, these two are sort of between, like, because Mule, you've pushed on into the next room. Danjin and Kiro are in this long hall. What do you do?
These guys look pretty cool.
Do you leap to the defense? Do you what is your snap reaction?
She'll be ready to defend if they get aggressive or if they're just moving.
Have I gone past them? Like
You
they're
have.
between. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not moving. Not at all.
Right. They step deliberately toward Danjin and Kiro, raising their weapons, ready to strike.
Oh, well, that's not good.
And then the light leaves them, and they
Oh.
halt.
I'm gonna move past them.
And Danjin like waits a second and kind of stares at them. Does it look like they're gonna move again?
It does not.
Let's hope they don't get hit by lightning again. And let's move to the other side. If we can at least just keep them moving from side to side if they get little jolts.
Hang on one sec.
That'd be fine.
This is
Alright.
either ghosts or magic, and I'm gonna find out. And Danjin like walks up
I can feel if one's heavier than the other.
and
Can you see
does the
if
same
one's
thing where he cautiously puts his hand just like in front of one of the statues.
I think you have something for checking for enchantments, don't you?
I do.
Yeah. All right, so that's Holy Vision.
Int and Spirit. Yep. That's what I was aiming for. Let's do it.
And it doesn't cost anything, I don't think.
As long as I have 2 MP.
Yeah.
Yep, and Danjin does this little, hey, spirits. Give me something good, please. 10.
Yeah. They are enchanted. They are magical constructs. They are out of power at the moment, or they have limited power. They are not dangerous right now, but if they receive more power, they could become dangerous. That said,
That's what I can tell you.
You could take them apart while they're inactive.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Potentially
So
someone
it seems
with
like
trapping.
Yeah. Seems like
Hero.
they won't power up unless a power source powers them up again, and given the thunder strike last time they powered up, I'm thinking it has something to do with that.
Do you think we could
So-
take them apart and then like move them someplace else and put them back together?
How quickly do you think you can do this?
I can give it a go. Let's
Yeah.
try. Okay.
Let's do it.
All right.
All right.
What did this light look like from where Lamb was?
From where you were out in the courtyard, you just saw this pulse of cerulean light go like from sort of the perimeter of the fortress and then across these lines engraved in the stone inside the building.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think upon seeing that, she would have just yelled out like,
Are you guys okay?
Yeah, we're fine for now. But if you hear us screaming, things have gone bad.
Yeah, this could
Okay,
come to
just
life
scream
at any
really loud.
second.
All
Scream
right.
really loud because the wind is really loud too.
I will use all my lungs to scream. Just 2.
Both lungs. I usually
Both
only use
lungs.
one, but I'll make an exception.
them.
All right. Do you want to roll trapping?
Yeah, I can roll whatever you want. Trapping, crafting, whatever you use.
Yeah, trapping.
Either.
Okay.
Excuse me, Tesla. I need my face. I need my face.
See if you can.
By my
you can get
face, I
loot
need my
from 'em.
sheet. All right. Let me trapping. I'm gonna concentrate.
All right.
Ooh, and I have double of it, so let's try this. 12.
Yeah. So you deconstruct the first one, and there's a is it a crystal? Yeah, there's a blue crystal sort of held in the center. That's shaped like a sphere. Probably about the size of your fist.
Can I try to get a sense? Can I try again to see if I can get a deeper sense of this specific thing, or would it not be different?
It would not be different. You could roll like a knowledge check of some kind, like int.
Okay.
But
But
I
I'm
think
imagining if this is like the power source of the
yeah, Mule is much more likely to know what it is with his book learning.
specifically. Yeah.
As he
Okay,
like
so int.
holds in that room very
Just
carefully.
int.
I'm just
Yes.
taking apart
Yeah.
this thing. He's like,
I think he's still
Fine.
in that other room, probably looking around if it doesn't seem like they are moving.
9. As good as a pro. Yeah, I'll give that to you. It's
Cool.
a mana crystal. You can use it to
A what
regain
kind of crystal?
a mana crystal. So you can
Mana
use it to
crystal.
regain 8 mental points
oh.
Ooh. Yeah.
instantly.
Danjin goes, Graham told me about this. I know what this is. It's a mana crystal.
It's
And
real
he, like,
shiny.
Yeah. It's pretty special. We should probably take care of it. Should we take apart the other one? Maybe there's another one inside.
Yeah, you want to hold on to this while I take apart the other one?
Yeah. I'll try not to
Alright.
drop it.
You know what? We're just gonna set this gently on this like piece of fabric. look around, walk to a corner, pull out Mr. Squiggles, set him down, and then put the crystal on top of it.
Okay.
His loving little octopus arms. There, now you don't. Now you won't drop it. Just keep an eye on it.
Okay.
Right, and I'll try to take apart the other one.
All right.
And I won't concentrate on this one. So I only have so much MP.
Get good rolls.
Oh,
You
no.
did not get good rolls.
I didn't.
So you
Concentrating would not have helped.
Yeah, you deconstruct it, but unfortunately the mana crystal in this one is cracked. So.
Oh, this one's correct.
Sis, did you break it?
No. It was, but I might be able to repair it if you give me enough time. I can fix
Alright.
broken things, maybe.
Can you fix any broken thing, or is it
I
specifically
don't know.
within your special?
No, I can fix stuff.
Oh shit.
Sweet.
Maybe. So if you want to add a broken mana crystal to your
I'll do
inventory as
that.
well, each one is size 1.
Awesome.
Okay, cool.
And no, Mule, you do not find anything else in this stairwell.
Okay.
Lamb, your friends are taking a long time inside.
Yeah, I
How are
mean,
you?
so today is the day that she is feeling terrible.
Uh-huh.
So I think like to her, I think this is the least interesting to her out of all of them. She's like, great, it's ruins, they died, cool. And also just feels like garbage and is more worried about like leaving the animals.
Mhm.
She doesn't think that they're necessarily in any danger. Like they'll call out if they're in danger, her friends will.
Mhm.
But I mean, she would probably like edge away from the courtyard to like peek in to see if she can see them. If they're like in the first one of the first rooms.
Yeah, you can like it's sort of a straight shot
Yeah.
down, and so you can see the glow of Kiro's lantern a room or two in.
Yeah, she's not. I think that assures her like they'll be fine. Like,
All right.
She
doesn't
he's
have any reason to
basically-
think otherwise.
No. Once he's taken enough of a look around, Mule doesn't waste time. He comes back out of the room.
Okay.
Did you find anything?
Just the other half of this journal.
Did you go up the stairs? Should we go up the stairs?
I want to explore more.
I do too.
Should we get land though?
Yeah, we should at
I think
least
so.
update her on the situation.
Let's go
Mission
see what's
report.
going outside.
Hey, Lamb.
Yep.
We found some neat stuff inside.
I did. I took apart some statues that came to life for a
They
moment.
came to life
then
and
they-
pointed
and
their
then they
swords at us.
Yeah,
A statue came to life?
yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Mule, there's statues that came to life.
And then
I
they
know.
stopped
I was
because they ran out of power.
one room
Okay.
over and I saw that.
They're a lot lighter now. They don't have their magic.
That's what happens.
I hold up.
Do you-
You removed what? Power cores out of them?
Pull
Mana
out
crystals.
the mana crystal and the broken one.
Oh.
I'll try to fix this one.
Are these like common these days or are those
No.
old?
They're pretty old. You like they are producible, but you would expect that at like an academy, like a university somewhere, or
Sure.
like it might be a
I
thing
think
that
for some reason Graham has one too.
Mm-hmm. It might be a
Just one.
thing where like the king and queen in the autumn lands probably produce them for their armies, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Think like
Wow.
it's materia. Let's be real. It's materia.
Sure. Sure.
Hey, Lamb,
Wow.
Yeah.
do you want to come explore this really cool place with us a little bit more?
Yeah, there's some really sketchy stairs we want to climb up.
Well, I don't want to leave the animals by themselves. with the storm and everything, because if they ran away, then they would get lost. They got scared.
Caesar licks his eyeball.
Caesar's really frightened right now. I know you can't tell, but that's his general vibe.
I love this lizard.
Yeah, horrified.
Hard to tell.
He's really nervous right now. No, it's
Caesar,
hard
lick
to
your eyeball
tell.
twice if you're scared.
He only licked once. I think he's actually maybe okay.
I think he might be a good.
Yeah, but like what? Like if something came to life in there, then that means there probably are more booby traps.
Well, I wouldn't say they were a booby trap, or like a unique.
You said they
feature.
pointed their swords at you, which makes
Yeah, but it
it
doesn't really
seem to
feel like a
me
trap.
little bit
Like I
like a...
expected.
Okay, so it's not a trap; it's just an attack,
Yeah, like a unique.
Surprise.
just a triggered
Feature.
attack.
I mean, I feel like a booby trap would be like the floor opens up underneath you, or like arrows shoot out of the wall.
Yeah, I think booby traps
like a
are just
tripwire.
targeted, triggered attacks on you that are not
maybe.
triggered by a person.
Definitely possible. So, well, I dismantled it.
Listen,
so
listen. If you
Neil
guys
goes
are gonna,
back inside.
I don't want to let you guys go without me, but
You can all wait out here. I'm going to go take a look.
you are
stairs.
Yes.
Stairs. Well, I'm going to.
All right.
Okay. Do you guys go back inside?
Yeah.
Neil's already like in the doorway.
Okay. I think Danjin stays outside with Lamb for like a couple extra seconds. Are you okay?
yeah, just not really interested in walking around.
Really? That just seems like, I don't know, something seems different today.
Yeah, I just don't feel that good. I think the desert's getting to me a little bit.
Do you want to talk about it?
I don't really think there's anything to say about it. But you guys should go and have fun, and I'll make sure that the animals are good.
Well, they can go back. I think I'd rather just keep you company then if you're gonna stay out here.
I feel bad. I don't want you to miss out on the dead people house.
No, it's okay. Sometimes it's good just to sit and be with your friends and listen.
I mean, I'll go with you if you really want to go look around. I don't want you to miss it.
It's up to you. There's no pressure. I'm happy to stay out here too. There'll be plenty of magical things, I'm sure, along the way.
I can just give a pep talk to Caesar, and he's like
His
basically
head
the
sort of like
adult
lolls
of the
down
animals.
next to you.
The adults and the animals. Yeah,
Caesar, can you be responsible for yourself and for the others, and make sure that they don't go into the storm?
yeah, Sebastian gets a little squirrely. He,
Caesar
looks over.
turns and looks at Sebastian, like flopping his head around. Sebastian just sort of shrinks.
Yeah. Be good to each other.
Just in case. And she's gonna like go and like they probably have like reins or something and like try and like tie him to the cart. So
Mhm.
like at least, and then like maybe like try and get it where it can't. It would be hard for them to get out, basically.
Right.
Okay.
You got like all
She's, like,
four
trying to set
animals
up, like, a
tied
little
at different
pin.
ends.
Yeah.
So if one of them pulls, the others are pulling the other
Getting
way.
dragged. Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah, as we start heading back in, I think Tangent says, "Have you heard anything from the amulet yet?"
No, not really.
Yeah. Is that strange? Is that something that doesn't usually happen?
Do you have the box on you?
Yeah.
Is it like in your pack?
Mm-hmm.
Then I think as Danjin asks that and you reply, you can feel that it's vibrating a little bit.
And she like goes into her bag and pulls it out.
Okay. The box, the latch is still locked, but you can feel like the whole box is just sort of lightly humming.
Is this like normal to what it used to do? Like, is this the same kind of like vibration, or is this different?
No, because it used to just be like, okay, we're humming, pop it open, let's go.
Yeah.
There's like an attitude to it, right? Like it doesn't feel pleasant.
I think it's grumpy.
Does it usually get grumpy?
I don't think it's supposed to get grumpy because it's supposed to be like a good positive thing, right? And it's always protected us before, so if it's giving off bad vibes, maybe something's wrong.
I wonder. I mean, you know better than me. I'm sure maybe you could ask it what's wrong.
And she just like takes the box and kind of like puts it up to her ear.
She's like, hello?
Moshi mosh.
Ring, ring, ring. Yeah.
Hi. I know that you know this is Lamb because we've been together for a while now. But if you are feeling bad, I just wanted to let you know that that's okay because I feel bad sometimes too. And I'm here to help you if you need someone to help you.
It pulses like a stronger vibration, and like your fingers go a little numb. But it doesn't stop.
And if there's anything that I can do or give you, I can. There's not a lot around. There's a lot of sand.
Wait, hang on a sec. Just give it a moment.
It's still going.
It's just vibrating.
Are you doing this as you like walk inside?
She probably would have stopped whenever she pulled it out.
So you're in that long hall then.
Yeah.
And I think I actually want to cut to Kiro and Mule as they
I've got my climbing shoes on.
head up the stairs. Fortunately, the stairs don't fall apart underneath you. Thank goodness. But there are there are a couple moments where you're pretty sure it's gonna, and then like you like close your eyes and put some weight down, and it holds. And you're like, okay.
Kiro, when they get to the top, Kiro's gonna tie a rope and have it run down, just in case some of the stairs do fall. There's a rope going down, kind of like where someone can grab it.
I think Mule basically had a hand like ready to start casting Dragonfly the moment the stairs might have dropped.
So the both of you cautiously reach the top of the stairs. And when you do, your feet disturb a fine black sediment from the floor, and you're treated to the first scent you've sensed since entering the ruins. Charcoal.
Oh, these are probably people.
Black soot coats the walls and ceiling and much of the floor, but a damaged parchment lays in a cleared patch of stone in the center.
Wait, look at that.
Well, that's strange. That smells like magic, but I bet you all this is people. I bet you they're all up here, and then the dragon flew by and poof, ash. All of them. This is people dust we're standing in.
You're
Look at all of
not
people.
wrong.
Usually, am not.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. He goes and grabs the parchment.
This one is clearly its own separate sheet. It was never bound in a book. It says, "Today was meant to be a day of celebration, a day to share the new life my Azi Hutashta and I made together. Like my previous births, I bore it harshly, but I bore it harsher for my solitude. Shaishtem cried his first in this world as the sun crested the moon, a mighty call for such a small and beautiful child. But as the sun found the midpoint of its journey, the horizon turned red, and the sky turned to fire. Alvanto hid both Shaishtem and myself in the pantry and told me to open the doors for no one. She did not survive the inferno. None of them did. What has become of my beloved? Am I to raise our child in this prison of his devotion? And unbeknownst to you, as this is being read, Lamb, like, you don't know that's going on upstairs above you, but as that happens, the vibration in the box is increasing, just sort of steadily.
It's getting louder. Louder.
Louder as we go further into this place?
No, it just started getting more aggressive. Dan, I think there are bad vibes here.
As you say that, upstairs, a warm breeze wafts by you as you contemplate the contents of the parchment, carrying with it the smell of fire. Looking around in surprise, you see that you have been surrounded by several foxes made of spectral flame. And I'm going to pop us onto a different map as downstairs, the lock on the box pops open.
She reaches in and grabs the amulet.
And we're going to... That's the wrong character. That's the wrong summer child. That goes to the GM.
Nope, that's me.
Wait,
That's
no,
me.
that is correct.
Yeah,
okay.
that is me. Look
You all...
at it.
Get together!
Okay.
Oh my
there
God.
is no back area. There are two front areas.
Cool.
As these spectral fiery foxes rise, and if you would like to roll monster knowledge, you may.
Yeah.
Sure.
Crikey, what's that? 6.
What's
Can
that?
I just magic and do Draconica open?
You could actually, yeah. I mean that. I think that would take an action, wouldn't it? So
Yeah.
the monster knowledge is just like, oh yes, I recognize this, and if that doesn't work, then yeah, you could.
Sure. Well, monster knowledge at first.
Monster.
I mean, it is your strong suit. It's ant.
I mean,
Yeah, yep.
ant.
Let me pop this
Nice.
sheet open. All right. Ooh, yes. This is called a phosphorus. It is an undead creature.
Cool.
And it is, it's the spirit of somebody who died in envy.
Who died in what? Envy?
In envy, yes. Feeling
Envy.
strong
Interesting.
envy or jealousy.
Cool.
So it's not very strong, honestly. And it's slightly weaker to magic than it is to physical attacks. But what you do have to worry about it is that its jealousy is infectious, and if it strikes you, it can cause you to harm your allies.
Yep.
So
Yep.
let's get some initiative, and I'm gonna want initiative from Lamb and Danjin too.
Is it a free action to scream with both lungs?
Yes.
That's what I do.
All right. And also for chat's edification, we talked during one of the breaks, and we're gonna be trying out a quick little house rule, because I have the house rule artifact for the Green Ryujin anyway, and moving from a back area from a front area to a back area. So moving from either of these areas to one of the others does not take an action if they succeed dex against their opponent's initiative. Otherwise, they get to choose if they want to. Oh my god, Mule at the top. Hot damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know that we don't go above 12.
Yes.
But when they roll accuracy and roll above a 12,
Yeah.
shouldn't we benefit from rolling a 15? Because they can technically roll higher than a 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I just like put a little 15 by it?
I don't think so. I think it caps at 12.
Okay.
Their init is at 7. Foxfur. Oh, how do you pluralize this? Foxfuri? Foxfury. Sure. We'll do that. Which means Mule, you are caught the least unawares. You smelled the flame before Kiro, and before Kiro could call out to the others.
Probably also expected something like this might happen after.
Yeah, you're like, this is too easy. So what do you do?
What do I do? Let's see. Pardon me as I flip through my spellbook of 80,000 different magic things.
I know what I'm gonna do.
Your turn's up next anyway, so why don't we have you run through that as we
I'm
wait
a
on
stab
your
it.
Okay, what do you...
So... I don't... Maybe I want to do absolute 0 clock and try to gain some extra rounds, but that also means Kiro can't do anything.
That's fine.
Because it freezes time.
Yeah, it means no one can do it. It just means you do extra stuff.
Yeah.
Right?
Do it.
Yep. I
gives you extra rounds. It's like time
rounds. And all I get to do is cast magic.
Alright, so go ahead and we haven't seen this spell from Mule before, so let's...
No, and I don't have a chant for it, so sorry.
Damn it!
He says words.
Okay, can you describe something cool looking?
Heck yes.
Alright, I'll take that.
I think, as per the norm, well, let me do the magic check and make sure the dice don't fuck me first. We should just do that. Get that right out of the gates.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, cool. I think we see his book, as per usual, flutters open and is hovering under its own power. And he puts out a hand to cast the spell, and we kind of see these frigid winds start to swirl about him in the shape of just kind of circular, and then a clock face kind of starts to form, and then a whole series of them encircle him, and they sort of just start to move faster and faster until they just kind of burst into ice shards.
All right.
So
roll 1d4 to see how many extra rounds you get.
Watch me get 1.
Look, I can't jinx it. You can't call it.
It would have happened either way.
Well, on the bright side.
But it is an extra round.
Yeah. So.
And now I cast another spell, because all I can do is magic.
Every little thing he does is magic.
Also true. Well, fuck it. We can't see the moon, can we? If there even is a moon, or if it's day or night, we don't know.
No.
So, whatever. Shooting star, I guess, is a thing.
Okay.
So, usual.
Is that a single
stuff.
target?
Yeah.
Okay. Which one are you going for?
Well, let me see if I don't fuck up the casting first.
Yeah, you're fine.
Always check that first.
It hits.
Okay. I guess this cute little bean right here.
Okay. This cute little bean. Spooky beans.
Spoopy beans. So yes, he is going to. He points, and little burst of fire starts to form around his hand, and he says, "Fly forth and burn, shooting star." And I need to roll spirit.
All right.
So let's see. That's for me like a D8. I think.
I don't know.
how to play this game, I swear.
I don't know what your stats are.
You're doing
Fucking
it.
magic.
You're doing it.
Magic are complicated.
Yeah, your spirit's a D8. All right,
Yeah.
5. So you hit this creature, and like as the ice shards hang in the air, and blow some of the fire off of it to reveal this sort of like ghostly, like skeletal form inside of it. It is still frozen, and go ahead and take a turn.
Alrighty. I don't think. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna cast Snowball Storm this time.
Eee.
We're
Is
just
that- is
gonna
that
get
all
all
areas?
of them. All of them. That is a 1 area.
Okay. Let's say it's been a while since I
So-
read that one.
Yeah, I'm just gonna cast it in this whole back
Yeah.
section.
Okay.
So
As the
it
as
says,
the,
brutal
the
and
shards
cold,
begin to
come
fade.
forth. Yeah. Snowball Storm, and we'll see if the magic works.
Come on.
Maybe.
Maybe there. Yeah.
Cool.
You're fine.
All right.
You're fine.
Neat.
You got this. So you do that, and time snaps back to its usual motion, and as it does, all 3 of them dissipate.
Cool.
Kiro.
Stabbity!
Okay.
I'm gonna stab
Gosh,
one.
what did that look like to Kiro?
I don't know, my back's facing the other way. I'm facing my guys.
Yeah, there's
Turn
just
around
this
and-
gust of wind,
Oh man, you didn't
like
have
cold
any.
wind from behind you.
It's like, brr. Whichever one is the furthest away from the entrance is the one she's gonna stab.
Okay.
Um,
Let's say it's this one.
it's
Yeah, that
which one?
hits.
Top one? Yeah.
Yeah, top.
Whatever.
Damage.
6.
All right. So you swing into it, and as you do, its lower half just sort of like its back half wisps away into nothingness, but it's still standing as if it's there.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then Lamb. So you hear Kiro call out for you, and the box cracks open, and as it does, a loud roar emanates from it as this red light glows out. What do you do?
Well, I said I was grabbing it, and that's what I'm doing.
Okay, so you grab the amulet.
Yeah. Does it hurt me?
It does not, but as you grab it, you feel this tingling sensation run up your arm, and I think you feel like you did yesterday when Mill went down. That same, like, blind fury.
I think she's gonna run up the stairs, having heard Kiro yell.
Ah.
Okay, so Danjin, what you see
With both lungs.
is Lamb like grab both legs, grab the amulet. This like red crackling like lightning like energy runs up her arm. Her hair sort of floats a little bit, and then she just bursts out of the room, almost faster than you can see.
I'm running after her.
Yeah.
I just screamed, "Lamb!"
The
What the heck?
Foxfly, the Foxfly are going to take their turn, and they're going to attack Kiro because that's the only
Yep.
target they have.
Yep. Cool
So
beans.
that's an 11,
That'll
which
hit me.
hits. Damage. You take 3 damage, modified
Okay.
by armor. And then I need you to roll Spirit.
Okay. Hold up.
Are those good stats for you?
They're average. I took
Okay,
average stats
okay.
to begin with, so
Yeah,
I have
so that's
sixes
not
for
bad.
both.
Just roll a 7 or higher.
Okay. Oh, okay. Spirit, not int. Come here.
Mhm.
Same stat, whatever.
Envious
Hey!
maybe? All right, an 8. You managed to avoid its corrupting touch. The second one,
Perfect.
7, that misses.
Misses.
And a 3. Damn, where were these when we were fighting the fucking beetles?
Right.
Who knows? We didn't deserve it.
So the first one, like, bites into you with its ghostly fangs, but you pull away and then manage to avoid the other 2 as they lunge.
Yeah.
And Danjin, you go running after Lamb, who's already at the top of the stairs as you like reach the bottom of them.
Dang.
Mule. It's your turn. You can see Lamb out of the corner of your eye at the top of the stairs. With this like red lightning crackling off of her.
Is she okay? Like, other than that? I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that information, to be quite honest.
Whatever you want.
What would Mule do with that information? I need to take notes. Forget this battle.
Probably toast her in a block of ice, like Danjin. Just to be on the safe side.
You can if you would like to.
What is she doing? Just like standing there being
She's
ragey,
running.
Ragey looking?
She's charging forward.
Sprinting in to battle.
Like the dust on the walls and whatnot behind her is puffing off of every surface that she passes.
Okay. Cool. I'm just gonna assume she's running into battle and something weird is happening, so let's just get rid of these problems first.
Okay.
Well, let me double check something really quick on the snowball storm rules, because if it doesn't work the way I think, I'm gonna just do that again.
Okay, we can actually adjust the battlefield a little bit. Move these to the front area.
Yeah. And then Lamb could be in the back. Yeah.
Lamb is actually coming up next to you, Kiro.
Oh, cool.
So Lamb will be here.
Area. Dang it. So I need to move forward to get them.
Okay.
Can I do that? What did we determine?
Yeah. We said that moving up into a front area doesn't cost you anything. It's moving back out.
All right, I'm gonna do that and just go snowball storm all over these lovelies once again.
All right.
So, boop.
All right.
Boop.
Okay, so this one that Kiro damaged dissipates as the frost releases its soul. But the other 2 are still standing.
Okay.
Kiro.
Yeah,
it's your turn. You can feel actually as Lamb runs into the room like this.
Well, obviously,
wave.
a heavy presence enters because she's using magic.
Yes, of course she is.
You can feel the weight of her entrance.
Feel the weight of her entrance. Yeah. It makes so much sense.
The shockwave hits you first.
Yeah.
God.
Theory's confirmed.
Why though?
Where's my lightning effect?
That hits?
Stabbity.
Effect. Wait, hold on. I think
on this one.
Oh, there's no landing one. Damn. Okay, on the top one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you swing into it and it dissipates.
Nice.
Lamb. What do you do?
Yes. How's the amulet spicing up now that we're here?
Like,
is it more spicy?
It's
less
more spicy. It is the spiciest.
Okay.
How spicy is it though?
I'm gonna touch the fox thing with it.
Okay. Roll an accuracy check.
Mm-hmm. I shall.
You're gonna boop it with the amulet?
Mm-hmm.
You boop it snoot with the amulet.
Could you roll crit?
Snoot with the amulet.
Could you roll crit damage for me? So you go to boop it, and that was your intent all along, was to just boop this thing with the amulet.
Gently.
What Kiro and
No.
Mule see is Lamb screaming out at the top of her lungs as she swings her fist, and there's a burst of energy as she strikes the creature, and all of the soot on the floor and the walls gets unsettled from the room and just starts like floating down in motes, and it is utterly annihilated, and the amulet falls calm.
Danjin finally gets to the top of the stairs. What happened?
You just see all this
what I missed.
ash falling down.
Does the
Yeah.
and the like electricity like goes away, right?
Yeah.
How do I feel okay?
I really want to like catch it on my tongue like snowflakes, but I know that's a really bad idea. That was just my first instinct. So Kiro's not gonna do that, but I am gonna try to catch a little bit of it in my hand. So I just like look at it like.
Lamb, are you okay?
Lamb, what happened? What was that?
She was using magic. Did you not feel the gravity?
This
It
felt
was,
different.
it was the amulet.
I think she like she's got it like in her hand and she's kind of like just looking at it, like turning it over. She's like,
It's angry.
Because of where we
angry
are?
I think that had something to do with it, but
Well, this is people dust, I'm pretty sure. So
Well, the amulet should
So
have the
breathe
power
it
of all
in.
4 dragons in it. The seasonal dragons. The summer dragon destroyed this place.
yeah, these people did want to kill the summer dragon. So I guess it would be angry.
Maybe it was the essence of the summer dragon that woke up?
He starts
I don't-
writing.
I don't know,
True.
but I didn't like it.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine, but I feel like something's wrong.
I'm gonna take my blanket cloak off and put it around Lamb.
Where's the box? Or the amulet?
I think I dropped it.
yeah, I think she did drop it downstairs.
Probably.
He's gonna take a handkerchief or something out of his pocket and lay it on his hand.
Let's wrap up the amulet for now.
It's okay, I can hold it.
Are you sure?
Yeah. This was its way of telling me something was wrong, I think.
Yeah.
But, you know, I don't think this has ever happened before. I mean, somebody brings it through this way every single year. They would have warned us, right?
I mean, maybe not this exact way. Maybe we're the first people to come across these ruins in a long time.
No, I know, but
Probably.
like, it's been kind of weird since, I don't know.
Maybe we're not going fast enough.
Maybe it's impatient.
It's real mad.
I don't know, but something about this place definitely made it worse.
Well,
It just
I've-
makes me worried.
I've gathered as much information as I think I'm going to from this place. So
Well,
as soon as the
this-
storm breaks, we can go.
As
I put some people dust in my pocket for later.
as the
Later.
the last of the soot settles, a door to your right creaks open.
I'm not gonna tell you what door. Hey, look, a door.
The room,
Go take a look inside.
Walk towards the door.
Yeah.
the room
Yeah,
beyond.
ready.
Mille's gonna go take a look.
Of course he
Mhm.
is.
Yeah.
I'm right behind you in case something attacks. I can defend you.
I'm
With my
gripping the
meat.
amulet.
Congratulations, you found something he's interested in. Finally.
The room beyond is not what you've come to expect from the crumbling ruins. The stone is pristine, as if it were hewn recently. An intricate diagram drawn in white chalk covers the whole floor, and a delicate crib sits in the very center, empty. On the wall, in the same white chalk, is a message. I have done all that I can to care for Shayishtam on this island in a sea of flames, but there is no more food, and nothing grows. I do not know to whom I write these words, for I despair of any soul reaching this lonesome bastion. Perhaps it is for Shayishtam that I write. Perhaps for his far-flung father, should he still draw breath. But I know I do not write for myself. I will spend my life tonight, and with it I will benumb Shayishtam from the eager fingers of time. It is all I have left to give, but I give it freely. And as you look inside the crib, there is no child there, but there is a medallion with a face and a pair of horns. And that's where we're going to end the episode tonight.
Oh no!
So, thanks for watching. This was a whole episode. Thanks to the four of you for kicking ass tonight. Sorry about the Beatles. Beatles will be patched in a later hotfix.
God.
Yeah, I'm super excited. One thing I do want to say, this episode sure happened. Yes, this is also the last episode of Travel that you will see on a Saturday. Because, and we have not announced it yet, but I'm announcing it now, we are moving time slots. So rather than being bi-weekly Saturdays, we are moving to weekly Sundays, starting on the 3rd of February. So we will be doing 3-hour episodes every single week on Sundays, starting at 6 Pacific. So yeah, we could not continue taking fucking 2 weeks between episodes. It was driving me mad, and I'm sure it had similar effects on the rest of the cast. So
Yes.
we have decided
We
to
were only yelling about it like every time.
yeah, pretty much.
I mean, every time we've signed off, you're like, "Oh, wish I could do this weekly."
Yeah. So fuck
every
it, we're
single
gonna do
time.
it. We're
We're
gonna do
like,
it.
why don't you?
We are here for you. Yes.
And as a heads up, so you can get excited, we're actually nearing the end of our first core here. So we only have a handful of episodes, probably like the end of February, before the sort of season finale for the show. So we're starting to really dig into the sort of deeper stuff beyond like we're walking a thing from point A to point B that we only got to hint at in the OVA. So I'm very excited for that, and I hope you are too. But before then, these lovely people have other places where you can see their faces, and we're going to start with our smartest of boys who brought us the loriest of lores. Jess, where can people find you?
Yep, I am. That is me. I am exposition kid.
Da-da-da.
that is why Mule is here. And also to heal when he doesn't die. In round 1.
Look, I said I'm sorry, okay?
It's fine. It's fine. You can find me on Twitter at Little Cup of Joe, which incidentally is also where you can find my rather busy schedule. I'm in a lot of things, and I'm gonna be in more things that haven't been announced yet. So there's a good chance you'll find me on the NTRPG streams of some.
You cut out after there's a good chance.
There's a good chance you can find me on TTRPG streams of some kind somewhere on the internet because I'm in a lot of them.
Yep.
And you can find me on my channel in about an hour. We're going to start a brand new route in Nightshade, a visual novel where we play a kick-ass ninja princess who is romancing kick-ass ninjas. And there's all sorts of weird political bullshit going on.
It has the best opening music of any Ultimate game.
It literally has the best opening music of anything ever. Honestly.
It's so good.
Yeah, I could watch that opening like 20 times and then 20 more. But yes, that is where you can find me, and eventually other places as well. I play with these folks a lot.
Yeah. Awesome. Lamb, who got to be the angriest punch girl today, surprisingly. Where can people find you?
Lamb was in a mood today.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and that fumble condition did not help the mood at all. Literally at all. But yeah, I'm Summer. You can find me on Twitter at Just a Summer Job. That's the easiest place to keep up with everything that I do. Obviously, I will be here every Sunday for this, and then every other Saturday for our From Dust game, which is, just a time and a half. So I guess I'll keep doing that.
Have fun.
Yay! And then Monday through Saturday, starting up in February, we'll be doing full-time shows, just really, really going for it on Off the Table, off_the table on Twitch and Twitter. Monday is our season finale of My Neon Life Among the Casually Unreal. It should be this episode, or the next one. But so that'll be really fun. And then Tuesday is our premiere of Urban Shadows. It'll be our session 0. So character and world building together. It'll be a lot of fun. So come hang out with us. That'll be at 4 PST on Tuesday. Other announcements to come. More things happening.
So many things, because no one here has any chill. Except Jolie, our chillest of chill bards.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Jolie. You can find me on Twitter at JolieOlio. I will be on Tuesday on Off the Table playing Urban Shadows for that session 0, and I'm super excited for it.
Yes.
And I can't wait for us to get to our weekly Ryuutama sessions starting in February. It's gonna be great. That's pretty much my life right now. It's super fun tonight. Thanks.
Awesome. And last but certainly not least, Kiro, you have people dust, but also you have places where people can find you.
I do. I harvested so many things today. I'm real excited. But I'm also super excited about the awesome stuff I'm doing. You can find me online at LaughLoveLindy on Twitch, Twitter, all the social medias, where I play and DM many tabletop RPG games. For example, on Tuesdays, or actually, first off, you should check out Tales from the Grim on Monday, from 5 to 8 Eastern for a birthday/charity one-shot that me and Jess are both going to be in. It's superheroes, and it's the charity's for multiple sclerosis, so you should definitely come out and see that. It's gonna be super fun.
Cool.
I'm Kitty Pryde, and she's gonna be Jessica
Jones.
And it's gonna be super
Nice.
Yeah, it's great. So definitely check that out because it's for charity and it's super awesome. It's supposed to be a lot of fun. Tuesday, you can find me and Jess again on Beyond the Mountains of Madness on Encounter Roleplay, where I get to put her through all sorts of happy, wonderful, fantastic situations, and nothing terrible ever happens in Call of Cthulhu ever. Also,
Never.
nothing terrible ever happens in Ravenloft, which I also DM later that night on my channel. Tuesdays
Terrible
just happy fun
Tuesdays?
times. I like to call it Spooky Tuesdays. But it's a lot of fun. And then check out my Twitter for everything else. But also, one last one-shot taking place next week on Saturday morning from 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Eastern on my channel. Teenagers from Outer Space, episode 3. It's a once-a-month campaign. And we're playing, it's not Promageddon, it's, or Prometheus, but we're going to prom. And it's going to be real exciting. I am mega pumped for that. So definitely check out all that super fun stuff.
Sweet. Awesome.
Apparently, I play with Lindy a lot.
Yeah.
You didn't realize.
Fucking what gives? I need to run more RPGs.
Yes.
Clearly.
Sorry.
speaking of things that I run, hello, this is my channel. You can find me here. You can also find me on Twitter and YouTube at Anarsis. You can find the community Discord at the link in chat. But you can also, if you feel like supporting this channel, there's a Patreon that you can support at. It is for supporting all of my creative endeavors, from this channel to my map making stuff to game design, and it is not built around tiers, so there's no paywall-y stuff behind it. It is entirely built around goals. So as the community hits certain funding goals, I release rewards to everyone, including those who cannot afford to support financially. So if you are one of those people, please consider shouting it out on Twitter, throwing it at your nerdy friends, all that sort of stuff, so that we can unlock those goals and you can get things. We're halfway to our first goal right now, which is when I hit that, I will start doing giveaways every month of my maps and token borders and stuff, and there will be multiple winners every time. It's not just going to be one person, so your chances of getting a thing are extremely high. Our next goal after that will be for me to release homebrew content every single month for a variety of games. So if you've seen the fighter that Summer is playing, or the Sage that Jolie is playing, or any of my custom moves from Dust, any of that stuff, those sorts of things will start being released publicly to you and all of your friends so that you can play with them in your games if we hit that second goal. So yeah, there's that. I am streaming every single day this month because it's January, and that's what I do to myself every January now. Tomorrow I will be live, I think at noon Pacific. I haven't pinned it down yet, but I'm going to do a creative stream for the first time in hecka forever. I heard there's a Goblin Week thing, so I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna just pop up in Photoshop and doodle some goblins for a bit. And then on Monday, I haven't decided what I am going to do. Well, I know I'm playing a game, but rather than decide which game I'm playing, I put up a poll that's up on my Twitter right now. It's between either Prey or Nier Automata. So if you have any opinions on which of those you'd like me to start on Monday, you should go take a poke at that poll. And while you're there, you should look at my pinned tweet, which has an application for my Tuesday D&D show, Roll Plus Mod, where we are playing Tomb of Annihilation. The cast there is fantastic, but we're looking for a fourth cast member. So if you want some more D&D in your life, if you like the sort of chaos and occasional tragedy and whatnot that you find on this channel, and you would like to play with that, consider popping an application in there. The application is open until this Tuesday, so it's open until probably around noon on the 22nd. So if you're interested, get your application in. All right. I think that's all my shout-outy stuff. I feel like I talked forever, so I'd like to say thank you again to my amazing cast. Thank you to all of you in chat, whether you subbed or talked or even just lurked. Every little bit matters, and I appreciate it a whole heckin' lot. So thank you. But most importantly, have a wonderful rest of your night. Good night.